Oh, that's good. Hey, everyone. Welcome to episode 4 of Into the Mist. This is our Curse of Strahd campaign. Very excited. First of all, you can see a bit of a preview of something on the screen here. It is Adam's birthday today. Let's all say a very happy birthday to Adam. How old are you, Adam? Like 22, Adam is. Oh. Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
31.
31. That was a halfling.
That was a halfling.
That was
very
a
good.
halfling.
Get to 31.
That was very good. Want to introduce and welcome our guests for this evening. Noura, as usual, is playing Ezmerelda, which we're very excited about. And, of course, Matthew Lillard is back in the role of Rictavio. It is great to have you.
Ricky Tabs.
Ricky Tabs.
Ricky Tabs.
As usual, we want to give a shout-out to Dungeons & Dragons for sponsoring the show. Very excited to have them, as well as Sirenscape, who is a main title sponsor. And for this season, we have Beetle and Grims, who just had a huge announcement. We're going to have a bit of a one-on-one sort of interview with Matt in the break to talk about the wonder that is the legendary Curse of Strahd box from Beetle and Grims, which is mind-blowing.
Yes.
Matt, do you want to just tell everybody where they can find the info on that, and then we can get to it?
So Beetle, if you go to beetleandgrims.com and chase around the menu, you can find the link to the Curse of Strahd Legendary Edition.
Nice.
It's so crazy, and we have some.
Cool.
Are these images that we're showing today? Has anybody seen these before?
I think I gave you an exclusive.
I think one of them is an exclusive, right?
One of them's an exclusive, and then if you want, at the intermission, at the break, I'll send you something we can show that nobody's ever seen before.
Nice.
We can do that.
I'm so excited.
Okay. You so excited?
We're so excited. All right. We'll get back. What's that?
Whatever you want.
Awesome. We're very excited. Thanks for sponsoring this season. And now it makes sense to everyone. I'm sure it made sense before, but obviously we will be using a lot of the things from that Legendary Edition in coming episodes before release to kind of show people how to use them at their table and the way that RealmSmith enjoys to do so. There's a synergy between RealmSmith and Beetle and Grims just because we both believe in unadulterated immersion and really taking the game to the next level. And so we're so excited to be sponsored and partnered with the fine folks over there. So thank you very much. Back to Sirenscape real quick. If you go to sirenscape.com/RealmSmith, if you search in the little search bar and put RealmSmith in there, you'll find a lot of the sound sets that we use on a weekly basis. There's Hopeless Village, and there is also Death House, and those are from our Curse of Strahd campaign, from the actual Into the Mist season, and you can enjoy those and purchase those there. Want to thank our product sponsors as usual, WizKids. I showed this last night, but I'll show it again. We've unboxed the actual dragons. That is the adult dragon from WizKids. It is massive, which is super awesome, and this is the Sapphire Dragon. What's that?
I was gonna.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
so those are the size, and that's the size of Dmitri.
You slain the dragon, Dmitri, in his heart.
It's really good. So here,
I got it.
2x Dmitri.
But yeah, so those are awesome. Thanks, WizKids, for all the support and the miniatures that you send on a regular basis. Want to thank D&D Beyond, of course, for their ongoing support. They've been incredible, and we are now officially powered by them, which is awesome. I want to thank Hero Forge. All of our player character miniatures are becoming Hero Forge miniatures. We're very excited. I just painted Callie recently, which you have somewhere. Is this set up?
Here.
Have we haven't set this up.
I'll fix it.
So we'll show you guys that miniature in a bit. And we have some surprises miniature-wise as well. We've done Sterling so far, we've done Falpher, and we've done Callie, and the rest are to come. Mithril Armory, the folks are at the table. They are our official dice and accessory sponsor. They just finished their 1020 Kickstarter, which is basically like a business card size. Do we have any here?
I don't
Oh,
have any.
they're
in my car.
No, I don't.
No. Okay, so they're business size tin cards that you can pop out and create a D20 in case of an emergency, or at a random event that you want to play dice with, which are awesome. Oh, we're getting them here. Here, so they're just closed. This is what it is. So it's basically a card that is a punch-out D20, and then you can build it, and they're actually super strong and reliable and random, and they're awesome. So
2,600% funded.
2,600% funded on that one.
2,600%.
And they're also shipping. I just got my personal shipping notice for the spinners, which they did before that. So thank you, Mithril, for your sponsorship as well. And then, of course, Dwarven Forge, as usual. You can see before us is the Abbey of St. Markovia that you guys did not get to last episode when you were supposed to, because you were busy chasing Falpher through Vallaki. But yeah, so we are super pumped for that as well. David Shaheen, who plays Rone, is not with us tonight. So Rone will probably end up doing something else while you all head to the Abbey, which is cool. Want to thank our Discord folks. So what we did is we actually released an update to the All Things Vistani document that they're using to create and roleplay on their Discord. And we're having little kind of fun cameos and tie-ins to our live stream. And we had an update where they can update their wagons to silver weapons and all this crazy stuff. And we have like random werewolf attacks that are happening, and they're fighting them and using Avray from D&D Beyond to fight them online. Super fun, super pumped, and it's going very well. We also have a merch store. You can check it out. We have lots of Into the Mist merch as well as Tides of Wildmount merch. Lots of shirts and fun stuff that you can check out. Tomorrow night, behind the screen with myself, your inside kind of behind the scenes look at everything RealmSmith, where you can ask your questions. And we have a great time there. Players Table on Thursday. I'm trying to get through this really quickly.
I know, it's good.
Players Table on Thursday with Joel Auge, where players look into what we do at RealmSmith. And of course, Nolzur's Marvelous Tutorials again on Sunday. We just painted the Grick and Grick Alpha yesterday, which I don't know where it is, but it was a lot of fun. And we do that every week as well. Whew,
wow.
That was good. Do you have it on HD?
I'll check.
Make sure you go. Or otherwise, nope. Yeah, there we go. All right. Are you guys ready to dive into the mists?
Let's do it, Jay.
So pumped, guys. Last session, and leading up to this session, we started off the season where you guys went to Castle Ravenloft to be dinner guests of Strahd von Zarvich himself. He invited you because Ezmerelda had found herself wandering the halls, trying to search for him and get information as to how to slay the beast eventually. She's been looking for her teacher of many years, Van Richten, and she hasn't been able to locate him yet. And in kind of an attempt on her own, she went to Castle Ravenloft, found herself wandering the halls, and then found herself charmed and kind of captured by Strahd. You guys came into the picture at that point. You met Muskoka, the shifter, the beaver shifter, named Muskoka, and you guys struck off on your own. Strahd allowed you to leave, told you that he wanted you to convince Irina to come and be his thrall, to come and to join him for dinner, and that you would be left alone if you did that. You left the castle, you went back to Vallaki, found out that she had gone to Krezk. Potentially, you went to Krezk, found out she wasn't there, came back, she was at the church that you guys were supposed to meet her at many days before and forgot because it was a season
Ago.
before. Yeah. A season, yeah, exactly. You met the wife of Dmitri Kreskov, who is the burgomaster, not the burgermaster, of...
He saved himself from the joke this time.
Of Krezk. You like that?
Yeah.
And he told you that his wife Anna had gone to find Irina. You found Irina in the church. Lots of craziness ensued. You found that Milivosh had actually stolen the bones of St. Andrew. You went to Milivosh's residence. You found out where the bones were. You went to the coffin maker shop, found the bones. You now have the bones. You are standing over the coffin that the coffin maker was hiding in because you had broken into the home. Ezmerelda is with you. What do you do? One other thing for Callie. Callie, you had had a vision of the Abbey. When you saw it on the mountain, you knew that that was where... I love that this balloon effectively covers my face in this camera shot. That is brilliant. Callie, you received a vision from your Deva, who usually speaks to you and provides you visions of what to do. Sometimes you listen, sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's just really annoying. but you know for sure that is where you have been beckoned and where you are being called. What do you do?
We are still charmed, correct?
You are still charmed. It is midday. It's about mid-afternoon.
How long is that charm?
24 hours.
24 hours.
Wow.
I'm still outside with Irina, right?
Yes, you are. Okay. You're still outside with Irina, Anna, and her 2 soldiers, guards, who had brought her along. You heard that there was a dozen of them, and they were decimated by werewolves on the way to Vallaki.
What time of day is it?
Around 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
3 bells.
And you were holding, if I remember correctly, the pouch of like silver that he sold.
Yeah, 37 with 12
everybody
extra.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you were giving him a little bit of heck for that.
Yes.
I was giving him.
All the hex.
All the hex.
Yep. Okay. First of all,
Yeah.
I would like to cast.
Whoa, just like that, eh?
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty nice.
Use my channeled divinity, Vow
Yeah.
of Enmity,
Yeah.
which is surprisingly hard to say,
Yeah.
and just staring at the coffin maker,
Yeah.
use that ability
Yeah.
and say to him, "So let me get this straight. You plundered the church, stole the bones of Saint Andrew, caused the death of countless people, and potentially are able to profit off of their death by selling coffins."
Review with me for me what Vow of Enmity allows you to do.
Yeah,
just for
yeah,
the
yeah,
folks
yeah.
at home, just so
Let
we
me
can.
get it up. Vow of Enmity.
Enmity. Prestidigitation.
Yeah. As a bonus action, you can utter a vow of enmity against a creature you can see within 10 feet of you. Using your channel divinity, you gain advantage on attack rolls against the creature for 1 minute.
Wow.
Or until it drops to 0
Okay.
hit points.
He looks at you and he says, actually, give me a. I'm assuming you're trying to intimidate him, you're trying to persuade him. What purpose do you have in what you're kind of saying to him? You're trying to get the truth out of him? What's your kind of intent here?
I think, yeah, trying to get the truth.
Persuasion.
Persuade. All right, 22.
Woo!
Nice.
He looks at you straight in the eyes with conviction. And he says, like I told you, I was surviving, as many in Barovia must do. If I did not do what he asked me to, I would be dead, or one of his thralls. I had no choice.
Well, it seems to me that in order for survival of others, you need to be out of the picture. And I'm going to try to push him in the coffin and close it. Because he's in there, right? He's in
Yes.
I'm
yes.
gonna try to restrain
Okay,
Dimitri's
so
hand.
okay, one sec. Yeah, so 1 sec. So okay, Ezmerelda, are you inside? Or are you outside?
I was inside.
Okay. So you all see this happen. Dmitri grabs the lid of the coffin and tries to shut it. You're
I
trying
go
to stop
try
him.
to restrain and go, Dmitri!
Okay, a strength athletics check against each other,
Okay.
please. I love this thing, but we just gotta go. Happy birthday, but go ahead. The party's over.
Oh, that works.
22 for me.
22 for me.
Oh! Means it beats
Arm wrestle.
No. There is a rule that in case of a tie, a strength check. Let's just do another roll off because I can't remember what the rule is. But there is a rule. I swear there is.
Endless corner.
It's not rolling. Let's. Oh! What'd you get?
21.
Okay, I got an 8.
All right. With the 21, you go to grab his arm and it slips straight out of your grasp.
Okay.
No problem at all. And you shut the coffin. What do you do when you shut the coffin?
Is there a latch to lock it?
No, there isn't a latch on a coffin. When people aren't usually trying to get out. There is no latch.
That's
but
true.
it is just a sturdy wooden coffin. Nothing fancy about it. But you kind of hold it shut?
Yeah.
Okay. And you hear him start to bang on the
I go
edge
to
of the
Dmitri
coffin.
and I say, Dmitri, we ourselves have people in our party who have been charmed by this beast, Strahd.
Oh,
What
no.
do you mean?
He's one of them.
I ignore the two who
Yeah.
just said, "Oh no."
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Perhaps he did not mean to do this. Perhaps he was engaged in some kind of warfare with Strahd himself.
Okay, back outside for a second. Ezmerelda, so you're inside.
Yeah.
Sterling and Callie, you were still outside as well. So you are outside with Irina, the two guards, and Anna.
Okay.
And Sterling. I would like you guys to make a perception check, please. Everybody that's outside.
It's a natural 1 for me.
You hear nothing.
Oh,
All right. I'm
I
very
wanted to do it
distracted.
this way.
My own thoughts.
Well, I got an 11.
Okay. With an 11, you hear a commotion inside. You hear some yelling. You don't hear anything else, but you notice that Ismark, who is Irina's brother that is with you guys, kind of perks up and he says, "Do you hear that?" And in the distance, as soon as you hear that, you actually hear a roar. And it's a feral roar, but you don't quite know what it is. What do you do? And you hear it as soon as he says it. You didn't hear it at all. You kind of even came out of it. You were thinking about the dream the night before. You had kind of drifted, but as soon as he said that, you came back and you hear this distant roar.
We should get indoors.
Good call.
Okay, so you guys start to come inside.
Head into the house. Yeah.
Okay, so you head into the house, and the rest of them kind of follow you or into the coffin maker shop. The guards kind of turn their backs to the door and they start to back off as they kind of draw their swords. And immediately hear a roar a lot closer, actually. And it sounds feline in nature, as it kind of a saber-toothed tiger comes roaring around the corner. People start fleeing and running past you as they screaming. And the saber-toothed tiger that is covered in half plate, it looks almost like a battle tiger, kind of like Battle Cat from He-Man.
Battle Cat.
Battle Cat tears around the corner and stops and just roars in the direction of the people that he is. He doesn't seem to be roaring at anybody in particular, but people are screaming and yelling, and there's panic and pandemonium outside of the coffin maker shop. Back inside.
Okay, I pull out both of my
Crossbows?
my crossbows and
Yeah.
I say, "I have the power."
You don't hear this yet, but I'd like you guys to make a perception check for those of you that are in the house.
Oh, yeah.
I have the power!
On the power of
looks like we're
Vallaki.
Nat One Brothers today.
Perception,
Ooh,
you
now
said?
my brother.
Yeah,
Perception.
12.
12. What'd you
Sixteen.
get?
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my.
Okay. You're using D&D Beyond dice?
Yes.
Yeah. The virtual dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's refresh this puppy.
We'll keep going.
Yep, go ahead.
So you guys don't hear anything. You are recalling your favorite meal, which happens to be a stack of pancakes, maple syrup,
Yeah.
yeah.
pea meal, bacon,
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
otherwher known as
Canadian
Canadian
bacon.
bacon
Yeah.
for those
Oh,
of us
yeah.
north of the border.
Yeah.
And you're
Yum.
you've drifted. And you're like, I'm
Oh.
hungry. I could really use
Oh, man,
something
yeah.
like that right
You
now.
just took me there.
And all of a sudden, the rest of the party starts to back into the coffin maker shop. As soon as the door kind of swings open, you hear a roar again that kind of comes through the front door of what it sounds like a large cat, and people screaming and people running. What do you do? Pandemonium.
Is this an animal? Is this considered just an animal?
It's a beast.
Ooh, it's a beast.
So after everybody's funneled in, I kind of would like to close the door and remain outside.
Yeah. Okay.
And just be ready to. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not big Sterling yet, but I'm ready for it.
Okay. You're not big Sterling, but you're ready for it. I like
So
it.
I would like to just pound my fist on the coffin
Yeah.
and yell in through the crack, "If you try to move, I will kill you."
Intimidation check.
Man, Dmitri is turning a corner here.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow.
10.
Okay. With a 10, I'd say with advantage. Doesn't matter. You hear and it stops, and there is also no
Is that
no
your
further
foot?
sound at all.
Oh, and I was playing footsies with somebody under the table.
Not me.
Sorry.
All right. So, Sterling, you stand outside. This saber-toothed tiger turns towards you, and as it turns, It looks in your direction. I'd like you to give me an insight check.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Okay. With a dirty 20, you feel like it's looking past you, and you see it go like it's sniffing the air
Right.
in your general direction. And it bears back like this and looks like it's about to charge.
Pounce?
Okay.
Okay.
So does it look like it would pounce through me, essentially?
With a dirty 20, I would say that it looks like it's going to charge towards you,
Okay.
but you can tell it was kind of looking past you, sniffing.
So I'll have my shield raised and my sword kind of resting above it so
Yeah.
that I can kind of like impale it if it gets too close.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Matthew Lillard, would you give me a perception check, please?
Yeah. I rolled a 14, so I think it's 18.
Yeah. You're walking the streets of Vallaki when you hear a very familiar roar coming from a direction that isn't all that far. You can kind of tell the direction that your tiger is making this sound, and you start towards that direction, I assume?
Top speed.
Okay.
I'm like running.
Yeah, you come around the corner and you skid around. People are running from the tiger, and you see your saber-toothed tiger basically bearing back, ready to pounce and charge.
I cast Thaumaturgy.
Okay.
I'll say, good God, creature. Hold. Hello, there, run. I gotta remember my voice. Hold.
That's good.
See no further, my furry friend. Come.
Okay,
In
give
a
me
commanding voice. I'll command him to come.
give me animal handling with advantage, please.
Oh, nice. With advantage, say. Oh. I rolled a 15.
Yeah.
Animal handling is a skill I have to find. What's that under?
It's just under skills.
It's a
It should be-
wisdom.
Oh, yeah.
It's a wisdom.
19.
19.
Wow.
With a 19, you see Rictavio, who is a familiar face to you, tears around the corner, puts his hand out, and immediately the cat sits, lies down, and kind of looks back at him. And you hear like a sound as it purrs, and it sits back on its legs.
Wow.
Nothing to worry about here, my friends. Come to me, sweet kitten.
People screaming all around. Screaming, running in different directions. It starts to
Don't
turn.
make eye contact with the beast. Do not make eye contact with the beast.
And
With
you-
his thaumaturgy, do we inside hear his voice?
did you use thaumaturgy to boom your voice, Rictavio?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, of course you did. Yeah, you sure did. You sure did. I would like everybody inside to give me a perception check with advantage.
Okay.
And you can tell that he kind of takes a second glance, Rictavio, towards that house. As he sniffs the air, he kind of hesitates for a moment before he comes to you, but then he turns to you and sheepishly, with his kind of tail between his legs, begins to walk in your direction.
Okay.
21.
21 as well.
When you say with advantage, I do
Roll
it twice.
and get the highest, yeah.
Okay.
10.
10?
17.
Okay, so anybody above... Go ahead.
17.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Matt.
No, you go ahead and I'll do it.
Okay,
after.
all right, no problem. So anybody over a 12, I would say that you hear this booming voice outside. Anybody over a 15, you recognize the voice as Rictavio's.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
Run outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
I look at Dmitri and say, "Shall we go?"
We still have business here.
Dmitri, come. I'm trying to convince him to come outside.
Okay. Do you listen?
I'll say, go ahead. I'm almost done.
You want me to watch him for you, like in the box? Just so you can
Muskoka,
go.
let's go.
Well, I don't know anybody here. Like, all these guys ran in, everybody's running out.
Let's go.
It's
And we'll
fine.
I'll
You
run
can
outside.
go.
Okay.
I don't want to go.
You all start to run outside.
Yeah.
Ezmerelda being the first to kind of crest the
Yeah, so before
threshold.
that happens.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before that happens, can
Yeah.
I, in that moment when I see, can I make a perception check if I recognize who's at the door? Who's out in front?
It's Sterling, big, warforged.
So I recognize him. I would
Yes.
clearly remember him. It wasn't
Yep.
that long ago.
Yep.
And I would assume, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Ezmerelda's with him.
No, she's not. With him is Irina. Two, they look like guards in kind of fur-lined cloaks, and another dark-skinned woman who appears noble in nature, and Callie, who is the Aasimar that you know. So Callie and Sterling and Irina are the only three you know or recognize.
Okay.
as I was running outside, I will, as I'm leaving everybody else in my dust, I'm going to yell, make sure we have the bones! As I run downstairs.
Okay, she runs outside, and the tiger immediately laser focus back onto Irina, away from you.
Kitty!
Get in, back inside, child. Cast thaumaturgy. Get back inside now. Your life depends on it.
Intimidation check with advantage.
Yes!
Am I rolling against this?
What's that?
Crit!
Is a crit. Natural 20! With a natural 20, you feel, I'll allow you to roleplay as necessary. Amazing. But you hear this booming voice. He speaks directly towards you. And there is this eerie command, almost recognizable when he does this and he points at you. How do you react?
So I would have creaked open the door.
Yeah.
Kitty! And then heard his voice and go, ah! And just shut it back again.
You can see, Matt, that the tiger begins to bear out like it's going to charge again. I'm going to allow you to make one more check.
Against the kitty?
To calm it, yeah.
Come on, Matt. Fucking hell, 19.
Okay.
Animal handling plus 4, 23.
Yeah.
These are fire for useless rolls.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
What do you say?
As you sit, girl, sit.
Right down again. Tail kind of doing this in the air.
Yes, I understand what she's doing. Of course I do.
Hearing him from behind the door, I also sit down.
Ezmerelda in front of you guys sits. And you didn't get outside. She peeked open, she shut the door, and you guys all clumped in front of her, and she sits down in front of the door.
So, knowing that she's now at eye level with me, I go, you heard that? It's Rictavio, he's outside.
I know, but he's got that big kitty cat with him, the tiger.
Did you see the tiger? I've never seen the tiger. He has a tiger?
Yeah, he's got a tiger, and it's really cool, but then it's also kind of scary.
Okay, well, let's stay here then.
Very excited to see it, and then remembered, oh crap, I probably shouldn't do that.
At this point, the tiger it looks back at you and again, tail between its legs, kind of gets up and starts to circle you, Rictavio. You feel like you've calmed the cat, and that it is now ignoring what.
Now is not the time to be in the middle of Vallaki with people running to and fro and my friends inside. So I'm going to do my best to tie a quick rope around his neck and get him back to my barreled wagon.
Okay, so you quickly kind of put something together. You grab him. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And I'll say to them, I will meet you at the Blue Water. Is the Blue Water Inn? Is that what it's called?
Yep.
I shall meet you at the Blue Water Inn. Fred, the meals are on me.
That's to Sterling
and
and
I'll
Callie.
I'll take it back.
Yep. How do you guys respond?
That sounds very nice. We'll see you there.
Yes, I suppose we will see you there.
Okay.
Well, okay.
You go
so
off.
I'll take it back, hopefully without any hindrance, and then make my way to the Blue Water Inn.
Okay. So you kind of turn around. You head towards the Arisek stockyard to stow the kitty. Yeah. And you get there. For the sake of brevity, you get there and you notice that the doors have been crashed kind of out. If you can make an investigation check real quick.
Oh my god, crit.
Wow, natural 20 again. Nice. What dice are those? Do we get those in the box?
Yeah. Wow, cool, man.
Amazing.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. You absolutely can tell that the wagon has been tampered with. And that the tampering of the wagon caused the latch to open, and he busted out and then ran amok. And so somebody was here at some point and was responsible for your tiger being let loose.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
The rest of you now, things start to calm down in the town. You see guards starting to kind of run back and forth, talking to people and so on. What do you guys do at this point?
Okay.
So I still haven't noticed anything that's gone on outside this room.
No, you're still kind of at the
Just hearing a ruckus.
at the
a bit.
coffin.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you had ran out.
Yep.
Can I look around the room? I'm trying to find what might be the most flammable thing.
I would say the wooden coffins, the 9 wooden coffins.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to grab one of the coffins and try to slide it over top of the one that the coffin maker's in.
Strength athletics check.
Oh, hey, so, like, this is kind of crazy place, and people are selling their kids for pies, so, like, kind of gotta walk a mile in his moccasins.
No, you're exactly right. It is a crazy place.
Do you think that, like, maybe, like, a good talking to should do it?
I think we're past words with this one.
Oh.
I got a 15.
Okay.
For that?
Yeah, no problem. You strong arm it across the as it drags across, and he quickly puts it up
Can
on
I hear
top.
this from the other room?
You're not in the other room. You didn't make it outside.
No, I know, but I'm at the entrance. I'm assuming that
Yeah,
I'm
there's 2
away.
rooms.
No, it's one room.
Oh, it is one room.
Yeah, yeah. The other entrance
Okay,
is
good.
at this room.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
look back at Dmitri
Yeah.
doing this, and I'll run over to him and go, "My friend, what are you doing?"
It's okay, he's just locking him in there for a bit. We're going to come back for you. Yeah. Right? We're just going to lock him in for a little bit, let him learn his lesson.
I look at Muskoka and I just shake my head.
Dmitri, we must give this person a chance. What are you doing? What is your thoughts?
I'll walk over and I'll stoop down to your level.
Stoop down?
Yeah, well, he would have to.
I know.
You're a little guy.
I just take it personally when people stoop down.
And I'll say, what kind of chance did he give the people of Vallaki when he stole the bones, opening this place up for the onslaught that it...
What kind of chance did Strahd give Ezmerelda and Muskoka when he charmed them with his wily powers?
What?
While they're talking,
Yeah.
can I creak the coffin door open? Be like,
Stealth check.
There's a coffin on top of the coffin. Man.
Yeah. I know.
did you actually get it all the way over?
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be hard. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's a nat 20.
Nat 20! Yeah, you kind of like, you turn your back to it and you kind of, and
Yeah,
kind
I
of
just
like you
wanna,
open it up and you kind of do this enough.
Yeah.
He's going to make a stealth check now.
Oh, sheesh.
Oh, dude.
That's a 22.
Wow.
Passive perception from you guys is much lower than that.
He's not
So he
gonna
kind
do
of,
anything.
he
Right.
creeps out and he starts to kind of,
Yeah, and I close the
On all
coffins
fours.
again,
yeah.
and I'll
Yeah.
say, well, okay, I guess like he's got it coming to him.
So just in response to what you just said,
Yeah.
Muskoka and Ezmerelda haven't caused the death of countless villagers here.
You don't even know them. They may have caused countless deaths prior to you knowing them.
Well, I know this one, and I know what he did, and I know what he's responsible for.
But it's not our responsibility to keep everyone on the straight and narrow, or dead if they don't follow it.
Let's go
I
back
agree
outside.
with Falpher on this.
Sorry.
Like, we don't have to police everybody in Barovia. We really have a mission to accomplish, and like, while I get, like, I respect your bloodlust on this one, but honestly, like, do we have time for this?
Let's go back outside just for a second. So you guys are still outside.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's gone. What do you do? Callie?
Oh, well, we're starting to walk back to the pub.
Well,
right?
well, you can if you want. So the rest of your party's inside.
Yeah.
And Rictavio said that he'll meet you at the Blue Water Inn.
Okay.
And
Well,
Irene and everybody else is there.
I just want to, like, jiggle my little alcohol sack
Yeah.
on the side of me.
Your satchel? Yeah.
Yeah, and
Your
just,
little-
I hear that it's empty.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll meet you at the bar.
And okay,
then I just keep- I go
Callie
off.
turns and she starts walking towards the Blue Water Inn. Sterling?
All right, so I immediately, as soon as that happens, I pop into the door.
Yeah.
Did we find the bones? Does anybody have the bones?
We have the bones, don't worry.
Then get them to Irina immediately.
Well, yeah, she's just standing right over there, right?
She's just outside. Yeah.
Okay.
Here, you take care of it.
All right, so I take the bones and I hand them to Irina.
These are the bones of Saint Andrel. Do not let them off your person.
She kind of opens up the bag and she looks at them and she says, she looks at you a little confused but understanding, and it's all kind of starting to make sense for her. and she just kind of closes it up and kind of takes your word for it, holds them in front of her.
All right. And I'll say to the rest, Rictavio is waiting for us at the Blue Water Inn. I think we may be best to speak to him as soon as possible.
Yes, that. Dmitri, we must go.
Yeah, he's trapped in here now, so like we could go and come back later.
We can go, but first things first. This won't take long. I'm going to pull out a torch.
Yep.
Light it.
Yep.
And I'm just going to toss it under... I assume there's some sort of stand that the coffins are on.
No, they're just on the ground, but you can toss it beside it, and it'll...
And I want to lean over towards Falpher, like crouch down towards him, and be like mouth, it's okay.
Okay, insight check on that.
Yeah.
Persuasion check on that, just so to see if he gets that.
If he gets it, he might 16.
And it just starts to... The side of the coffin begins to ignite.
I got a 10.
That's enough.
Okay.
Yeah, and I will pretend to be distraught.
Yeah.
Oh no! Poor guy.
Dmitri.
We gotta. Well, let's go.
It had to be done.
Yeah, probably.
Let's go.
Okay.
And I
Should.
okay. I'm like biting
probably
my
go.
I'm like biting my knuckles like mon dieu.
And I just push him from like the back of his shoulders, like you would with a child.
Esmeralda?
I really think we should really highly consider leaving now.
Yeah, and the coffin starts to kind of burn on one side. No noise from inside the coffin. And you guys leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still holding the bag of money.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to the groundskeeper who was with us.
He is. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He's watching this whole thing like, holy crap, scared for his life. You turn towards him and he's gone.
Okay.
You turn towards where he was and he is gone.
He's going to keep the money.
Okay. I will just hold on to this sack of money
Okay.
and exit.
Okay. All right. So you all come out of the at the door. When the door opens, Sterling, you see. Well, you open it up. You see it starting to smoke up. You all, and they all kind of start to filter out.
I'll shout it. You realize that most of the buildings that we have entered since arriving here, we have actually set on fire at some point now?
It might be better that way.
We've got a calling card at least.
How?
Well, I mean Barovia, right? Fresh start. Bad people. I mean, Dmitri has a fire lust. I don't know. Let us go have a beer or something.
No, they deserve it.
I don't really want to be around to enable the fire lust.
You hear the voice of guards starting to somebody else. Fire! Fire! What do you mean fire? And you can hear that people are starting to realize that there is smoke starting to billow out of the doorway of this building.
Okay. Yeah, on that note.
Yeah, we are going.
You guys
Let's
kind
go.
of manage to kind of sneak around the corner,
Okay.
through a couple alleyways.
I walk away from the fire
Yeah.
without looking.
Oh, very good.
In slow motion.
Very good. You throw the goal behind you.
No, I keep it.
Yeah, you
But
can.
not for
I
myself.
distinctly see a scene from The Mandalorian for some reason.
Yeah. All right, so Rictavio, you managed to kind of makeshift quickly secure your wagon.
Did they really just burn a man in the coffin? Is that really what just happened?
That is the perception of what might have just happened. You don't know that though.
Ow!
Yeah.
Wow, I'm glad I wasn't there.
Yeah. So
Pretty dark.
Sorry, meditating.
no problem. You secure your saber-toothed tiger. She's calm. You manage to kind of like jimmy the door to make sure that it's.
Actually, Jason, I'm going to do better than that. I'm going to
Yeah.
cast, because that can't happen again.
Yeah.
And I need an opportunity to fix it.
Yep.
But I want to get back. So I'm going to cast the Guardian of Faith.
Okay.
It's an 8-hour. Basically, as I cast it,
Yeah.
my holy symbol of the Morning Lord illuminates up over the top of. Oh God, what was that?
What's the sound of your spell, sir?
It's so powerful. Normally, when I'm not stuck in Barovia, it's a big shining beacon of strength.
Yeah.
But instead, it comes out kind of green and putrid in this
Yeah.
horrific land of Barovia.
Yeah.
But I cast it will stand guard over the wagon for 8 hours.
Okay. All right. Good. Feeling confident that it's secure, you head over to the Blue Water Inn.
Yeah, immediately order around and have it on the table waiting for them to join.
As you enter the Blue Water Inn, you see a familiar Aasimar sitting at a table alone, already kind of in the middle of a drink. And it's Callie as you kind of walk into the bar.
I'm in the middle of like there's a whole round of drinks. I'm like drinking everything.
No, he hasn't ordered it yet.
Oh, okay.
He's about to do that, and then you realize that you are at a table,
Oh, okay.
a larger table.
I was already there.
And in the common room right now, there's maybe 2 or 3 tables with commoners who are having drinks, but otherwise it's fairly quiet.
Anyone I know is like Markov here or Trade?
No, so nobody that you can see. Danica is behind the bar.
Okay. All right. God, you good dead. I'll have a round, please, of red grape mash, please.
Oh, well, of course.
I think that's what it is. Grape mash.
Yeah, grape smash, I think. Yeah. So she starts to pour it.
Callie, I'll go over and sit with Callie. Is it mind if I join you, darling?
Do we have to talk?
Oh, if you are with the Rictavio, there is nothing but conversation, laughter, and joy.
Then entertain me.
Oh, you have asked the right person.
He burnishes juggling balls.
I'll pull a Strahd coin from behind her ear.
Oh. Give me a performance check on that.
Where did we get some
that was worth doing it. Sorry.
It was great.
I'm going to roll a natural 1. Watch. 12. 17.
Yeah, it was a 17. He pulls this coin from behind and you are totally impressed.
Yeah.
And a little intoxicated.
Galing you the stories of the circus and some of the great big tops I've worked in my life. Start telling you about my relationship with exotic animals.
I am totally in this conversation.
Oh, good.
I'm just.
And I'll eventually get around and say, Callie, darling, why are you by yourself? Are you all right?
I left. They were doing something inside with fire, so I just left.
As long as they don't burn a man innocently alive.
I know. You never know.
No, you don't. You really don't.
And with that, the door to the Blue Water Inn opens, and a large group of people filter in. And that includes everybody at the table. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I love the fact that they're all coming in as the entire place empties out to go
Yeah.
swat fire.
Yeah.
So I'll say, everybody around. And I notice the round that Rictavio's already put at the table, and I go, we should probably join them. And I sit down beside Callie, and I go, did you hear there was a giant tiger
I heard that.
in the streets?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ezmerelda told me she saw it with her bare eyes.
Oh, well.
At this point, I'm walking over to Rictavio. Rictavio, what have you been doing? Where have you been?
I have been working other angles, indeed. Again, it's not healthy to speak of the things I've been doing here. We will find a time and a place to converse, all of us. For there is many eyes in this town of Lahwey who are here to help us. Our conquest of Strahd himself. But for now, let us leave that be and let us drink to good health and merriment. And I'll raise a cup.
Okay. At this point, Anna kind of steps up and she says, "It is important that we get back to Krezk. It is not safe anywhere."
Can we not at least raise our cup with Rictavio and drink to our recent victory?
Yes, indeed.
Sure.
She kind of looks around and realizes that she's kind of in the minority here, and she steps back. She doesn't have a drink with her guards. They're still all bloody, bandaged up, heads bandaged, mauled by these werewolves just days before. And she kind of somberly kind of steps back and lowers her head, deep in thought. Irina and Ismark step up. They have a drink. And Irina also looks kind of somber in the situation, but has a drink.
Jason, Can we do something real quick for me? Can we just go around around the table?
Yeah.
And just a real quick, brief introduction of what people look like and who they are.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's all right.
Start with Sterling.
So I am a Warforged. So very much like metal and wood and some leathery sinew in between. I'm about 7 feet tall. Have a shield and a sword at my side. And so, yeah, I guess I look a little imposing. But I seem to have the voice of a child.
Right, I remember that. I remember you. Yes, of course. Child brain, indeed.
Yeah, and I'll we haven't met, so I'll just like look around like, hey, I'm Muskoka, and I'm a shifter, so I look mostly humanoid, human, tall, fairly fat. I got a hat with a fur lining that flaps over my ears, and mostly fur and leather jackets, and kind of red and black checkered pattern on the hat. And I
You look like a Canadian.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I got 2 axes, and I've got very pronounced incisors.
Buck teeth, yeah.
Yes.
Incisors? Oh,
big teeth, 2 big teeth.
Yeah.
Okay, and is he big?
He's tall. He's like 6 feet.
Yeah, tall human size, but fairly fat.
And though he's not wearing flannel right now, he's got an aura of flannel about him.
Yes.
It always smells like maple syrup.
Yeah.
So I
want fan art of an aura of flannel.
A Florida.
Yeah.
No. I'm a human paladin.
I remember you, Dmitri, you evil son of a bitch.
So dark hair, kind of tall, and just very proper, like almost like
Nightly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Keira Knightley.
Yeah. Yes. Nothing like Keira Knightley. Yes.
Falpher. So Falpher is a diminutive 3'2" tall halfling with a pronounced beard and a very lofty curly hairdo, and kind of pompous, a little bit out of his element, too happy to be here in Barovia, and has a halfling accent.
Callie?
I am Asamar Rogue, and I probably smell like alcohol, and I'm probably hiccuping, and I've got a pink mohawk and 2 swords, and what's this? Like just a bow.
And a bow on your back. Yeah.
A bow on my back. Oh, and my skin kind of like glows a bit.
It's like glitterly and
Shimmers a bit.
shimmery. Yeah.
All right, I got you. And
Yeah.
do you wings? Does she have wings?
I
No,
do.
well, not right now.
But they're not out.
Yeah. And you've actually probably never seen them out yet.
I also have a mustache as well, like one you'd see in 80s films.
Yeah.
80s.
Yes.
Certain subgenres.
Right.
I think she did pop her wings inside the church.
Oh yeah,
actually,
she
so
did.
I think you would have seen it.
You
Actually.
did see her pop ethereal wings that were like pink in color. Also with them, as I mentioned before, is Irina, who I don't know if you've actually ever met, but you've heard of.
I know who she is.
And you know who she is. Ismark, her brother, is also with her.
Yep.
You've never.
Guards?
What's that?
They have guards.
They don't specifically, but the third woman, who is dark-skinned and kind of noble in nature, fur-lined, a lot kind of more warmly dressed than those that would typically be in Vallaki. You imagine she's probably from the west or north in the mountains, and she has 2 guards who are dressed similarly to herself.
Okay, and what's her name?
She hasn't told you yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but she's the one that spoke up and said we need to get to Krezk. It's important that we get Irina to the burgomaster.
Okay, and then Noura.
You know what I look like. So I'm dressed pretty masculinely. I've got like a long coat, like a waistcoat, and pants. And I have like a red band around my head, and I have like several weapons, but not huge ones around my persons.
Okay.
And a pronounced prosthetic
long
leg.
black hair, very very heavy, thick Vistani accent.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And
And then I'm Rictavio. Go ahead. Sorry, Jason.
No, and a prosthetic leg that she wears proudly. It's like
That's a secret.
golden ordained. Actually, it's not. It's actually quite. You actually wear it proudly, as per the errata
Okay.
for Curse of Strahd.
I was okay. So like in canon, it's something I kind of not.
Yeah.
But I did show it off a couple of sessions ago. So.
Yeah. And it's been
there you have it. Secrets out.
Yeah, no, yeah. It was changed since for Curse of Strahd. They actually said now that she wears it proudly. Yeah.
Okay, then I take that back. Yes, I have a prosthetic leg, and if you've got the problem with it, come at me.
I think that's exactly why they changed the canon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I'm Rictavio. My friends call me Rictav. And then I don't really know. Do you want to add what he looks like, or do you want me to just go?
Yeah. He's just colorfully. You've met him before. Colorfully dressed, purple floppy hat, blonde locks, well manicured, and as you folks know, he's a carnival connoisseur, as it were, and he's looking exactly, and he's looking to gather carnival workers, is what he was told last time when you guys met him here at the Blue Water Inn.
Yeah, of course. And Callie has seen my abilities. Quite impressive.
Yeah.
All right, good. Thank you very much. I just wanted
No problem.
to...
Yep. Good call.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll say, look, I would love to... Excuse me, mademoiselle. My name is Rictavio. My friends call me Rictav. May I have the pleasure of knowing your name? And I'll say this to the woman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She says, "My name is Anna Krezkova. I am the burgomaster's wife from Krezk. And I was sent to find Irina and bring her back to be safe within our walls."
You know where she'd be really safe is probably at that other house up the hill.
And immediately, give me actually an insight check on that, Rictavio, please.
Yeah. I feel like I would know her, but I'll leave that to you.
You might, yeah.
I mean, insight is 16.
Okay, and give me a history check on her. The insight check with a 16, when he says the house on the hill, you know he's talking about Strahd's place, and you're wondering why Muskoka is kind of excited about Irina going to this house on the hill.
21 on history.
Okay, when you said that, Irina was speaking to Ismark and they were having a hushed conversation, she didn't hear it. But Rictavio, as soon as Anna says she's from Krezk, it clicks. You've never necessarily been to Krezk, but you've heard stories, you've done some research, you know kind of the history.
I feel like I would have been there. It's not that far away.
Sure.
I've been
Nope.
up a lot. I've been here for a while.
Yep.
I mean, I may not know it well, but I mean,
Yep.
I think I've been.
Totally.
Anyway.
But being a commune, they don't necessarily let outsiders in. There's no inns. There's nothing really for you to be able to kind of do there. But you've definitely done research around the area, spoken to the guards at the wall, spoken to the burgomaster over the wall, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, allow me to lend my service to you in your journey. For if you are indeed going to protect Irina, I would love to be of service.
And you are?
Again, my name is Rictavio. My friends call me Rictavio.
Yes.
I have abilities that I think can aid and abet your journey, quite frankly. And they have worked with me before, have you not? I'm sure that they would, Dmitri, I'm sure somebody would attest to my ability.
Tricks? Carnival tricks? What is your skill?
Oh, that is only one small aspect of my canon. Allow me to. I'll look at all of the people around the table.
Yeah.
And I'll say, must I speak on my own behalf, or can somebody stand for me?
No, it is true. He fought very valiantly when Strahd attacked the
yes,
church.
finally someone stepped forward.
He basically kept us alive, to be honest.
Yes.
It was
certainly.
very brave of him to distract Strahd by getting bitten.
He created a circle that protected us from the spawn of Strahd.
Yes, that's true as well.
But
I do remember that he fought with us and he protected us, but I don't remember why we were fighting.
You know, Ezmerelda, what time is it?
It's equivalent of 4 p.m.
4 p.m. Sheesh.
Yeah.
You know, Ezmerelda, I mean, yeah, some things seem very fuzzy to you, kind of furry in your head. Perhaps we should talk about Strahd some other time.
Oh, no, we should talk about him now since she's here.
Right.
Irina kind of turns in your direction, confused.
So, hi. Question. So, like, you're a very, you have so many lovely qualities in a woman. You're very strong. You're very, independent, and like you're your own woman. So, are you single?
Ezmerelda, now is not the time.
Boy, it's a pretty good time.
What is it? Pretty good. So she's here.
Couldn't
This
be a
is the
better
best
time,
time.
really. We've been looking
We were
for
looking
her.
for you forever.
Like
it
the whole
seems
time,
like.
that's all we've been doing.
Ismark steps out in front of Irina, kind of like to defend her honor, and she puts a hand on his shoulder and kind of sets him aside and says, "Why do you ask these questions? They seem out of place.
My friend,
I don't understand."
I'll stand up on my seat.
Okay.
And go, my friend, and lean over and go, they have been magically altered by Strahd himself.
You were with Strahd?
We had dinner with him the other night.
He was
And
a
she
great
immediately
dinner.
takes a massive step backwards.
This is
And
why.
Ismark takes a massive step in front of him.
Yep. And
And the guards start to kind of sense that things are turning a little
and
bit here.
I look straight into his eyes.
Who?
To
Ismark? Okay.
And I say, listen, Irina is in danger.
We know. That is why
No.
she needs to get
No,
to
listen.
Krezk.
No, listen. Of course. Yes, we must get to Krezk. But my two friends here at the table, and I look at Muskoka and I look at Ezmerelda.
Yeah, we're right here.
No, I know. I look at you both. And I say, they have been changed by Strahd. We are not on his side, but they have been charmed by him. So we must protect you and protect them from any further implications with Strahd.
Persuasion check.
Well, we're not like on his side, but he's not so bad.
The reason why.
Yeah, have you seen his place? I mean, it's amazing.
I saw his organ.
He's got a big organ.
That's true. Yeah, Callie touched his organ.
Tried to.
19.
He wanted me to have dinner first.
With a 19.
19.
Because he's a gentleman.
Right.
That's what my point is.
But you could touch his organ too if you went up for dinner.
Yeah, it's pretty free range. Like you can just go.
Pretty giving guy with his organ.
With a 19,
Yeah.
they calm, and Irina kind of puts her hand up towards the guards. They kind of calm a second.
Yep.
I need to understand why you were there in the first place. I need to know you did not come to me when I said that you were supposed to. Days later, you said you would meet with me. I hear now that you have gone to Strahd. I want to trust you. I really, really do.
Then
But I
let-
do not understand.
Let the gift that we have given you speak for itself, that we intend to protect you. We had hoped to find that to bring it to you first, so that you would be safe before we move you from your hiding place. He seeks you. He called us to dinner, to tell us himself, to be able to persuade us, to try and make a deal with us.
The noblewoman, Anna, says, "How do I know that you are not meaning to take her to him when we go into the woods?"
When she starts questioning the trust, I want to start doing a prayer of healing. Takes 10 minutes to cast.
Okay.
So, because I tried to do that in the temple
Yeah,
before, I want
yeah.
to try to heal the guards
Okay.
that she's with.
Okay.
We must get you to Krezk, to the burgomaster. There you may be safe, and since you have the bones as well, it's further assurance. We want no ill to fall upon you. We want nothing but to protect you.
We fought for you in the church. Remember?
No, I remember you suggesting that I be turned over.
Only so that we might face Strahd to defeat him in the future.
At this point, you notice that Rone is no longer with you. At somewhere along the line, you guys kind of look around the room, and you notice that at some point he has left the group.
Hope he's not in the fire.
He probably went into the darkness.
He wasn't upstairs, was he?
It's hard to find anyone in the darkness.
Maybe he's just playing with fire in his hands, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Could be.
It's not a joke. Like if we forgot him there, though.
I'll say so, Jason. I'll say to Anna. I'll say to her. I fought beside these brave warriors. I can assure you, they will not betray their good name and themselves at any cost. And on their journey, I will stand by the word. And if by chance they turn on you, then they turn on me as well. For let it be known that there is nothing that will stop me from bringing down the cursed evil Lord Strahd himself. So just know within me, you have an ally. As long as we are all on the same path, we are a formidable group.
Okay. Persuasion check, and you can add your bonus sterling to that because you're helping to persuade as well.
Oh my God, I swear to God.
That's a
Is that another nat 20?
Another nat 20.
What is going on with those dice?
That's good. It would have been a +0.
Completely
Amazing.
useless.
She turns to you and she says, "There is a trusting nature about you. I will hold you to it, but we need to go soon."
Let us finish our drinks, and we shall be on our way.
His eyes are most certainly upon us. We should not linger.
I agree.
I'm
Alright.
just very confused because, Rictavio, I remember talking to you and trusting in you deeply when we last met, and I don't understand why you were so against Strahd.
Jason, do I have an understanding of what's happening here?
You heard him say that she's been magically altered, so you immediately understand that they're probably charmed.
Okay, so listen. Ezmerelda, our connection is true. But know that there are forces at work in Barovia that are beyond our understanding at times. And right now, you have to trust the people that you're surrounded with. And I am one of them. For together, we will be all right. If we separate, if you ever leave us, just know danger lurks around every corner. You must stay close to us. Do you understand? At all costs.
I feel like I can trust you, but
Yes, John.
I'm just confused with everything that everyone's saying.
Well, how about we do this, Ezmerelda? You and we will travel to Krezk. We'll bring Irina there. She will be safe. And together, we will find out, get to the real bottom of the issues. No? Let's finish our drinks together. Look, I'll finish mine. You finish yours. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Voila. Let us go to Krezk, shall we?
Okay.
Okay.
How many minutes have
You
passed?
finish your prayer of healing. You guys finish up your drinks. You heal the guards. They're thankful.
Yeah.
It feels like the group has coalesced. It feels like you guys have kind of come together, and there is an understanding of where you need to go and how you need to proceed.
Yep.
We'll take a break there, actually. I was going to take a break at 9. That's a good place to take a break. I know we started a little late, but we are going to take a moment now to chat with Matthew Lillard himself regarding the awesome opportunity for Beetle and Grimm and the Legendary Box. You guys can go ahead and take your bio breaks and all that stuff. We're going to chat for a bit. Matt, I know you asked about a giveaway on our stream the other night. I don't know if that's still a possibility. I know I'm kind of asking publicly right now, but maybe you can kind of look into that and let me know what you want to do tonight.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely do. Look, Chase, we'd love to do a couple T-shirts, if that's
Okay.
all right. If you want to do like a T-shirt thing, and then if we want to do a box, we can do the silver furnace box.
Okay, let's do the box next week,
Oh, great. Okay, good.
and then tonight we can do the T-shirts.
Yeah, that'd be great. Like 3 T-shirts would be awesome.
Great. So what we'll do, Julian, is to win T-shirts, we'll do 2 draws. In order to be entered, folks, don't enter yet until I say go, but you will enter the word Strahd into the chat. Don't enter it twice. You enter it more than once, you'll be disqualified. And then we'll draw 2 people for that giveaway.
STRAHD.
STRAHD. STRAHD is the code word. Go ahead.
Let's do 4 T-shirts. We'll do 2 and then 2.
Nice.
Okay, so 2 for one person, 2 for the other? Perfect. 4 T-shirts.
No,
Oh, sorry.
2 giveaways and 2 giveaways. So
2 giveaways, 2 giveaways. You said you want to do it in twos?
Yeah.
They can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll do 2 in the beginning and 2 in the end.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, well, let's chat, Matthew, sir. Tell us about the box and what brought you to this point and what it is that kind of led you guys to start on this path to Strahd campaign in general. I know you guys have been looking at, doing one of the older campaigns. Why did you settle on Strahd?
Well, first of all, I mean, if people don't know who we are, so
Yeah.
I'm one of the founders of a company called Beetle and Grimm's. And
Yeah.
basically what we do is we create boxed editions for Dungeons and Dragons adventures. Everything you need for a killer adventures included in one box, bunch of props. We break up the book, the DM screen, encounter cards. So we basically pack this thing full of goodness, right? And so our company started 3 years ago. A year ago, about this time, we were up in Seattle for a licensee meeting for Wizards of the Coast. We're licensee of Wizards of the Coast. We also just announced we're licensees of Paizo and Pathfinder. And basically they announced that they were going to re-release the Curse of Strahd as a book. And they just did that last week.
Yeah.
So
that's the revamped box set, right?
It is. They did a box set and they changed a couple of key elements that were not politically correct,
sure.
And it's updated. And it's also the most popular adventure they've ever created for 5e.
Yeah.
So when they re-released that, for us, it was a great opportunity because if we are at a con, if we're at a convention and we're sitting there, people are like, when are you going to do Strahd? When are you going to do Strahd? When are you going to do Strahd?
Yeah.
And so when they said they were releasing it, we said, can we do sort of what we now call a legendary edition of a previously released book? And so we started that about a year ago. And the awesome thing for us is that basically what happens is that when they announce a new book, we immediately go to work and start putting together the box. The box takes about 6 months to create and order and have things made. And so in that time, there's no time to play an adventure. Right. So the great thing about Strahd is we, as a group of 5 players, had never played Strahd. And so basically when they announced the book was coming out, I, who had never DM'd in my entire life, said, well, I'm going to run the box. So I'm basically point person for the Curse of Strahd Legendary Edition. And awesome. I said, I would love to take a crack at DMing. So I actually got a chance to DM like the first 5 levels of Curse of Strahd.
How was that for you?
It was really, really great. It was intimidating. I mean, for me personally, I have always played first and never really worried about gaming. The details isn't really I am not really the most detail-oriented human being on earth, and the continuation of story and the points that you're going to forget in between, the rules and all of that. But I think the more I sort of became immersed in the community and watching Critical Role, watching how people play, the idea of getting it right became irrelevant to me, and I started DMing the way I wanted to DM. And awesome. I've never had a problem doing something wrong or right. Whatever I say goes. And that's great. And it's always, I'm always open for people giving me reminders how things work. I'll ask the question, how do you guys want to do this? Yeah. So it's been a really great experience.
Yeah, and I mean it's always been kind of the tenet of 5e, especially from people like Chris Perkins and Matt Mercer, to play the game the way you want to play it. This is a rule. This is a guideline, and you run the game the way that you want to. And there's no wrong way to do it. So that's awesome, and really cool. Let's talk a bit about what's in this box. I know that we have some stuff to show. I know you were going to send me some stuff in the break. Let's save some stuff for next week that we can show some more stuff.
And the following week. I mean, by the time we get to 2-3 weeks, we'll have all our stuff. Awesome.
So let's so if you can kind of. If you want to hit the kind of the top level sort of items, things that people will be wowed about that you've already talked about, and we can show those images on screen as you mentioned them.
So our box, first of all, is beautiful. I mean, you can show the image of the box. Yeah, that's the Curse of Strahd box. They did the Hydro. People are doing the new edition of the cover. And so they revamped the Strahd crest. So that's the box. It went on sale this weekend. So I think the highlight of the box is in looking at what people like in our boxes, they love our battle maps.
Yep.
And in looking at Ravenloft as the Castle Ravenloft, we're like, okay, well, which one of these do you make a battle map? Because if you're making a 1-inch square of all of all of Ravenloft, all of a sudden you need like a huge amount of paper to put that map down. So we're like, okay, we'll do, maybe we'll just do the crypt, or maybe we'll do Strahd's room, or maybe we'll do the outside. And at the end of the day, we decided to do every single room, interior and exterior, of Castle Ravenloft as a battle map. It's a 1-inch square battle map, which ends up being 33 24 by 30-inch sheets of paper. And two 11 by 17. So it's 37 maps.
And you said, I remember you saying on the stream the other night that it's the single biggest investment that you made on an item for Beetle and Grimm up to this point.
Not even close. I mean, it cost us $1 gazillion, and it's one of those things that I think we said this the other night. Like, I don't know if it makes sense, because if you look at it, it's the size of my desk, right? But there's not. So the bottom floor of Ravenloft is 9 maps, 24 by 30.
Wow.
So it's a little crazy. But one of the great things about our company is that we're 5 people that love the game. We approach the boxes with a passion. We really haven't made a good business decision yet. I mean, we're really making decisions based on what we think's rad.
As a fan, as a fan of the game,
yeah. And so that's like the sort of the jewel, the crown jewel of the box. The next thing is, and I think you have a picture of this. So one of the things that I loved, I picked up the phone, and I'm buddies with Chris Perkins because of our relationship with Wizards. And I was like, hey, we're doing this box. What would you like to see in it? And he came up with the ideas. I'd love to see a puppet of Strahd. And so I came back to, I have 4 partners. And I said, Chris Perkins thinks we should put a hand puppet in. And everyone's like, no way, that's ridiculous. And I'm like, I think it's an awesome idea. And so the more they said no, the more I was like, we have to do it.
Yeah.
And I saw Michaela in the chat a second ago, but Justice and Michaela and I ended up bashing it through. So what we ended up doing is we ended up including in the box 5 finger puppets. That there they are.
Amazing.
So the faceless bride, the marionette jester, the werewolf, the zombie cleric, which I was like, they have one more finger. Which one? Because these are all Blinsky dolls.
Yeah, they're great.
And they're all called out in the book except for the zombie cleric, which I thought was pretty awesome. And then Strahd at the end there. So those are included in the box.
And that's the first time I've seen that image. I don't know if you guys are showing it, but you guys didn't show it in the announcement image.
That's right.
No, not really, no.
Yeah, it's awesome. Dude, those are great.
So it's not on the website, it's nowhere. So we we wanted to give you something exclusive, and it's fun and
amazing.
So it's fun. So that's one of those things that we think the DM's gonna have a good time with. It comes in a bag that has no Blinsky, no fun, no Blinsky, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then included then also on top of it, so we do. So one of the things we do is we do a lot of physical props.
Yep.
So we went out and created. I mean, all along in Barovia and the Curse of Strahd, you're finding his coins, and so this is our Strahd coin that we created for the adventure.
Amazing.
So you get 3 of those. You get the holy symbol Ravenkind, which I think you have a photo of.
Yeah,
that
we sure do.
Before. And then, and those are like the sort of the fun things. And then on top of it, we do, we break up the book into 5 different books. We have these things called encounter cards, which I'm sure I have somewhere. But basically, an encounter card is a card. I know I have it somewhere. It's a card that hangs on your DM screen. On one side is the art of the creature. On the back side is all the stats for the DM. We have a specialized DM screen that's Ravenloft, that's specifically built for Curse of Strahd,
which will go right here, and that's the symbol of the holy symbol of Ravenkind that comes in the box.
Yeah,
crazy.
You stay on that for a second. Here's one.
Yeah.
So this is one of our old. I almost fell on my ass. This is one of our old encounter cards. So that sits on your DM screen.
Yeah.
That's Gargoyle, and then the back is the stat block.
Awesome.
It's one of the best things that we came up with. It was in our first box or in all our boxes. We we have 60 of those. We have we have all of the props that are in the back, all of the letters that are in the back of the book. We've recreated. We have these things called player DM assist. So as we're going to Krezk right now in the game, we have pulled the map of Krezk out and then cleaned it of all DM icons, like all locations.
Yeah.
So that you have a DM, if you want to give them the map of Krezk, they can have that and say, look, we want to go over to this big building here.
Yeah.
And then you, as the DM, have your version of that. One of the great things we did is that in the game, you can find a map of the land of Barovia.
Yeah.
So we went to Devon Rue. She was on the stream yesterday for virtual Gen Con. She's an amazing cartographer. She's an amazing woman. She's like an icon right now in the space, and we loved working with her. And so she designed a full – actually, I have a copy of it right here. So she designed a map of Barovia. These are hot off the presses. These are sample maps, but this is an in-world map that all the players will get.
Amazing.
So that they, we're up here, right there, and then we're going over here to Krezk. Over here. Oh wait, I went the wrong way. Krezk.
Yeah, it's that way. Yeah.
My bad. So the box is, we went on sale this weekend. We sold almost half of what we were planning to make. So we're now making more.
Wow.
It really went crazy.
And price-wise, disembodied voice. Price-wise, it lands between the gold and the platinum boxes, correct?
Yeah, it's correct. It's $399. And for that, like I said, we're not really great at business decisions, but we make cool things.
Dude, that's crazy value.
Yeah, look, we put a lot in it. Just going through more. So we have a bunch of other battle maps. We have a Taroka deck. That's, so early in the adventure when you sit down with Madame Eva. So D&D is re-releasing their Taroka deck at tarot size. And so we are also releasing that exact same deck in our box.
Yeah.
We have the wax seals. So on the back of letters that come from Strahd, we have these wax seals that you can include. We went out and redid all of the appendix, all of the handouts in the back of the book. We did these wine labels. So in case whatever you're drinking at a table, whether it's soda pop or a glass of a bottle of wine or whatever you want at the table, there's 3 kinds of wines in Barovia. Yeah. And so we created the 3 wine labels to go on the bottle.
So cool, dude.
Did I send you the festival poster?
No, not yet.
Festivals. Oh, I'll send it.
We'll do that next week. Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
for sure.
Yeah, so it's been awesome. I mean, I've got to play with it. I'm now running my kids through it. I've run another group through it, so it's been really an awesome time getting to know the adventure, building the box, and the response we've had so far has been like through the roof.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the most amazing things I saw just off the bat was the bone grinder recipe. And what I'm really looking forward to is all like the little player handouts, like you said, all the journal pages, all the letters, the recipe, the deed to the windmill, which we already have as a party that I'll retroactively give everybody. And my party tends to be the type of people who forget what they get. And so to have a physical representation of that thing is super helpful for that. So I'm just crazy excited to get my hands on it, and we'll be featuring that stuff.
Michaela, I just want to shout out Michaela, who's in the chat tonight, who made that recipe.
Yeah, awesome.
She designed the recipe. She did a great job. Look, we spent a lot of time and a lot of money and energy on making those handouts look and feel awesome. And our belief, the same that you have, is the more immersive the game is, the better the DM's prepared, the more assets he or she has, the better the game is for everyone at the table. And if we can make your time around the table better
Yeah.
I know it's $399, but over the course, it'll take you 6 to 8 months to finish it if you play every week. And, if you extrapolate out, over time, it's not that much of an investment to have an incredible game experience.
Yeah.
So.
And frankly, I mean, if you look at like a rule book is $70. I mean, you think about the cost of what things in this kind of hobby costs. $3.99 for everything you need to run Curse of Strahd is pretty crazy. Like, again, to be able to hand your players the holy symbol of Ravenkind when they find it is amazing. It's amazing.
Look, anytime, like if you're a DM and you're handing out inspiration and it's a coin like this.
Yeah. With Strahd's visage on it, come on.
It's super. Look, and the map itself, the map pack, we're offering, 33 maps, and that's just in that pack. I mean, we have other maps as well. So there's 3, 3, 4, 5. I mean, there's so many maps.
That's amazing.
That alone is like worth.
Totally.
It's not a. We've had very powerful people in the Wizards of the Coast organization come up to us and be like, you have to start charging. For us, our goal is to we're 5 guys that have day jobs.
Yeah.
We have played the game since we're 21. We're all 50. Some of us are older. I'm not. I just turned 50. But we've been playing for a long time, and this is like a full-on midlife crisis. And it's so much better than buying a Ferrari. A, we can afford it. B, it's something that we are talking 4 times a week, and we're building stuff that we're super proud of, and it's fun. And like, for example, like this, so the Trevor Project supports LGBTQ teens.
Yep.
So we're like, we want to create something that that supports them. So we went out, and Michaela designed this as well. It was on the stream. But this is our Trevor Project shirt. That all proceeds from this shirt go to support the Trevor Project. I mean, we have the Shield of Fate. We have Take This, which is an organization supporting mental health in the RPG and gaming space. And we sat down with Dr. B and heard what he was doing in the space. And we left literally a one-shot at GameholeCon last year. And we're so inspired by him and the work he was doing that we went out and created a Take This shield. And if you go to our website, you can buy it. It's $20. It's a cool little shield. All proceeds, every dollar of it goes to them.
I've got mine connected to my. I bought one and I have it on my smock that I used to paint for Nosers.
That's awesome.
So,
that's awesome, right? I mean, yes. I mean, your game. Look at that's what we're talking about. And look, if we can make cool things, support the community, have fun as men who have been friends for 100 years, and and grow a business that eventually, hopefully, that we can, one of us can leave our day jobs. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's so good.
I mean, I'm not. Yeah, but somebody else will. I like my day job.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I just, dude, again, from the bottom of our hearts, I want to thank you for helping us do what we do. It's really incredible to have people like yourself and companies like yourself that believe in what we do enough to financially sponsor us. And it takes resources to do this. And I don't think a lot of people realize how many resources it takes to do this. But we're just blessed and honored to have incredible sponsors behind us. And Beetle and Grim is at the top of that list. So thank you so much, dude, for
well, look, that. I will tell you, I don't know if we would have supported it. I mean, we probably would have, because I like you. We like you a lot as a person. Joel is, whatever, he's fine.
Hey, I'm like literally right beside you.
I can't see you, so I can't see you. But we, look, the way you guys play, the game I played in last year was awesome. And I literally came back to the table from playing on your table and said, we have to support them next year if they're doing Strahd, because I love being a part of the game. So
yeah, dude. Well, thank you so much, man. It means a lot. That's awesome. And congrats on the sales of the box. It's so amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, anyone wants, they can go check it out.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we'll do the giveaway now. This is the green light go to type Strahd, STRAHD, into the chat. More than once you're disqualified. Do that in the chat. All entries will be entered to win T-shirts. So awesome. Let's get the people back at the table. We have a little something we're going to do for somebody right now whose birthday it was this week. Real quick. You can go ahead, Matt. Yeah, you can go do your thing. The thing. We can get Noura back too. I might just go quickly and do a quick thing.
Yeah, do it.
And then, let me just go quickly and Pete. Do you want to sit here, Joel, for a second? And
I will.
Actually, do we want to talk about, talk about Extra Life, because we haven't talked about that today.
Yes, of course. I will. Okay, so all of you...
We may not do Grigori today, but we'll do
Yes.
Extra Life for them.
So, my microphone. Mon microphone. Hi, I'm Joel. Extra Life. So we won't do Grigori today, but I will explain to you how we work with Extra Life, which is in support of the Children's Miracle Network hospitals around North America. Ours happens to be, well, there's two of them. Ours are the Toronto Sick Kids Hospital and Hamilton. Remind me again, Adam. What is Hamilton's Children's Hospital? McMaster University Hospital, McMaster Hospital, right? Yes, that's right. And so what you see in the top here is a bar, the Extra Life bar, and you viewers on Twitch have basically paid for in-game items for us to receive in the campaign. So Jason has kind of crafted a series of items or taken them from the campaign and allowed us through your giving on Twitch to get these items. But all of the money that we're collecting for these items is going to Extra Life, which supports kids who are in these children's hospitals. So that is what we are doing. The way you can donate to Extra Life is by, if you're on Twitch, just scroll down. You'll see our Extra Life block. You click on that puppy, and you'll be taken to the donate page. And our goal, Brandon, can you read that thing over there on the very end? What's that goal? $2,500?
Yeah.
Right, for the last item. This guy here is what we're trying to get next. So when you support Extra Life, you're supporting
For the kids!
Yes, you're supporting the kids, and you're supporting us as players.
We're so close
in the game. We are so very close.
We're at
Helping the kids, helping the party.
we're at we're $175 away.
$175 away.
My kids actually were in McMaster Hospital.
They were?
2 of them were for kidney issues when they were born.
There you go.
So if somebody goes and gives $75, I'll go and give 100, and then we'll make it.
What? David, more than doubling a gift today. So if someone gives 75, Dave will also follow up with 100. So thanks ahead of time. I just trust that our community will do it because they are amazing. And so we have the best fans.
It's like we can buy our own magic items now.
It's almost like we could. Yeah, hey, Dave, good point.
Well, I'm not doing it for the magic item.
Sure.
Just for the
kids.
For the kids.
For the kids.
Yes, thank you. So, yeah, thank you to Extra Life for what they do, and also thank you to you guys for supporting what they do. And Jason is back, so I will remove myself from the chair or die.
I'm ready to do it, by the way. As soon as I see that little bump, I'm going to do it.
What are we doing?
Waiting for $75 to come in so he can put in the last
All right.
100 and hit our goal.
Okay. All right. We're just waiting for Matthew Lillard to get back. But while we are, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Senor Dmitri, all your other characters. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, princess. I will hold it for you.
These candles have burned all the way to the cake.
Yeah, blow them out.
There's a wild
COVID for
All of them.
Hey, wax all over
Oh, careful.
Look at how short they are.
But I almost did drop the
Show with this camera how short these candles are.
They've been burning.
Yeah, we get the,
Oh my goodness.
sorry, I was going to the washroom.
Wow.
We'll
Thanks,
take
guys.
we'll take
Now?
part of that
Hold on.
after the stream.
Yes.
And you can join us in spirit, Matt and Noura, for
Yes.
for cake,
okay.
and that is
For
from us at RealmSmith.
Oh,
Yes.
Enjoy that. Okay, I'm gonna pass you the cake
Yes.
back.
Here.
Make sure we don't drop it on the Abbey.
thank you. So
Yes, don't drop icing on the
Thank you.
Abbey.
Don't drop icing
Thank you.
on the Abbey. Sounds
Yeah.
like a 60s
Yeah.
song.
Oh,
They'll
there's
just
some.
add to the
Drop
snow
icing on the
frosting.
Abbey.
This is like a Falpher beer.
Don't drop icing on the Abbey.
Look, this is like Falpher.
Don't drop icing
Yeah,
on
that
the
is
I'll show you
Abbey.
this one.
There's this one for a film.
But that's more of a.
This one.
Well, that one's more like a Muskoka stash.
This one is Strahd is watching you.
Yes.
Ah.
There you go.
All right, awesome. Okay.
So don't
From
drop
a
icing on
distance.
the Abbey.
Oh my gosh,
Bo-
you're
bo- bo-
wearing
bo-
that. I gotta
Okay.
take a picture
Oh,
right
man.
now. You're wearing a little crown.
Dude, that's amazing. Boom.
All right. And thank you, Melanie, for grabbing all that stuff
Wow.
ahead of the stream and
Of course.
all that.
31 years
that?
old.
No, we'll do
Ready
it
to
all
go back into
Can we do a
depressing Barovia?
I
Can't
know,
we do-
right?
together. Can't we do them all
That
together
was
at the
cheery,
end?
but
we can do that
let's
at
go
the
get
end, right?
some
Four people
Just roll
Yeah.
one and then roll one. Yeah. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, what's
That
that
is-
cake made out of
That is
exactly?
children. Children in the cake.
Don't worry.
If you bite into something crunchy, don't think it's a toenail.
Adolescence.
It's okay. It's just a baby tooth. Just toss it
$4.25
aside.
Yeah.
It's
What?
fine.
Excellent.
Guys, we're only $4.25 away from the goal for
From the scroll of resurrection.
Special Life.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
I take
awesome.
back what
So
I
some-
said about
some-
baby
somebody
teeth.
gave, like,
Thank you for
$74
donating.
Yeah, I did it. I did it. And we just got
$4.25.
$4.25 left to go.
Awesome. Do we have the? Do we bring up
Just
the
a little
the
bit
bar?
for the kids.
For the keys.
Yes, Julian, I'm sure we'll put that
There is
it
the bar. Okay, we're almost at 20. Looks like we are at 2,500.
Does look like we
Is
are.
there
we
like
not?
does.
sliver
Is
left?
that deceptive?
No,
Is
I
there
think
still a little
I think
bit?
that's it.
I hear him.
Did we reach?
Hey!
Guys, season total.
I'll
2,500.
refresh the page and just take a look.
Wait.
Yeah, we're there. For the keys. That's $2,500, and at some point during this session, the party will receive a scroll of resurrection. Awesome, which you'll need. Okay. Stepping right back in.
What's that last part?
I can't kill off Rictavio because he's going to be here for another 2 sessions, so he's safe.
Oh, plot armor.
Can I donate? I can donate, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. If you go to Extra Life, the link is in the chat. So I don't know if you're on Twitch. If you're not, if you just go to Extra Life and put in RealmSmith, that page will come up.
And Extra Life, just so you guys all know at home, the URL is extra-life.org. And then you can search for RealmSmith and then donate to our campaign.
Yeah, and all that money you said goes to the Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto.
That's correct.
Which is our local campaign hospital.
Really cool.
Awesome. Okay. Whew. That was good.
I cannot wait to have children cake. I mean, wait, what? Oh,
Sounded like. Did you just almost?
Chilled
Almost.
cake.
I mean, happy birthday!
A chilled cake.
How many birthdays went into this cake?
All right.
Made of kids.
Hey!
Made of kids! Oh, wait, for the kids!
From the kid for the kid.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Terrible human beings.
You
And we're
folks wrap up the drinks at the Blue Water Inn, and you start on the road towards Krezk.
On the way,
Yes.
I would like to just quickly.
First, you have to remove the happy birthday thing before you say anything else. I can't
No,
look
it's
at him.
wonderful.
That's good.
But
Oh,
to
Wait
the,
till
yeah,
it's
the guy who lit the coffin on fire is wearing frilly hats now.
Exactly.
Take that off.
I finally feel like you guys are taking me seriously.
thank you.
That's great.
As you kind of exit the inn, you do notice that the panic surrounding the coffin maker shop has settled. It's a ways away. It's not really nearby in Vallaki, and so you've recognized and noticed that that it is kind of settled. The smoke is starting to settle down. and you don't necessarily know what happened. Are you guys all ready to continue on
Let's Krezk
your way
away.
to Krezk?
Yeah.
Just one quick
Real
thing.
quick, Chase, I'm going to
Yeah.
grab my... I would never do this except for the fact that somebody's unleashed my tiger.
Yeah.
So I'm going to grab my cart and I'll take it with us.
Okay, you're going to take the wagon with
Oh,
you.
wow.
All right.
Yeah, I think I have to. Halfway, 2/3 of the way through, I'll try to find a place to hide it and I'll stash it off to the side.
Okay, so you all kind of, you go past the Air 6 dockyard. Rictavio pulls together his barrel-topped wagon. You get your horses, of course, from the Blue Water Inn where you've been keeping them. You tether them to the wagon, and now you have a wagon to travel.
That's awesome.
I don't know how many your wagon carries, but there
Let's do this. I'm actually going to change
Is my wagon also at the inn?
No, it's
I'm
not.
gonna hire somebody to watch I'm gonna go to Markov.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, I need one of your sons to watch my
Okay.
watch the wagon. So instead of taking it, I'll just have I'll put a watch on.
Yeah, and he gets one of his guys on it, and you know that he has guys that he'll put on it, and he offers to do that free of charge, as a favor. As you've begun to kind of build a rapport, and you've spent so much money already at the inn that he gladly allows somebody or makes somebody do that.
Is the groundkeeper's house with the two sisters on the way out of Vallaki?
It's kind of midtown. You guys are heading west. You'd have to do a bit of a loop. But
Okay, I'll say to the party, I'll hold up the coins from the place. I just have to drop this off quickly.
Where?
There are some children who need this. And I'll, without waiting for a response, turn and go back to the groundskeeper's place. Is it a long trip or just kind of...
No. It's like a 5 minutes kind of out of the way thing. So you all kind of dip south, past Milivosh's house.
Yeah.
Currently, there doesn't seem to be anybody home.
Okay.
You knock a bunch. There's no answer. Do you leave the gold there?
Is there a window or is everything kind of shut?
Yeah, but there's kind of like a front gate. So you'd think that there's kind of a safe spot that you could stow it, where they would kind of see it and it wouldn't be a problem.
All right.
Kind of like scrabble a note together that says like for the kids.
Yeah, sure. And I'll, just in case someone is in there and not answering, I'll say, feed your sisters and don't desecrate any more churches.
Okay.
And I'll like drop it so that it makes an obvious jingle.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then that'll be it.
Okay. As you're walking away, you hear like the opening of a door. Okay. All right. You start on the road west across the Svalak Road, heading towards Krezk. It is a winding kind of through the woods trek. It's the equivalent of about 2.5 hours of travel. So you're in this 6:15, sort of 6:15 sort of range. As you start to kind of get into the chillier kind of base of the mountain, you can see snow is kind of drifting in the distance, and you're starting to get a little chilly. You guys put on the winter clothes that you started to that you gathered and you paid for prior to heading out the first time.
Do I know anything about the charm spell, Jay?
Do you know anything Arcana check?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we're kind of going the wrong way if she's going to go and meet our friend.
8.
8?
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Okay.
You know it's happened, but you've
Yep.
never cast it yourself.
Right.
You've never had it. I don't think you've ever had it cast on you.
Nope.
So you don't know much
Okay.
about it.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm a little disgruntled though that we're heading this way and not towards Strahd.
Okay. All right. And so how do you handle that?
Disgruntledly, you know.
Do you voice your concerns?
No, I'm
Just
just
his buck teeth together.
He's just gnawing on
No,
a
I'm
stick.
just like kind of unhappy, maybe dragging my feet a little bit on the journey,
Okay.
not walking as quick as I could.
Yep.
No,
know?
what's wrong? What's wrong? What's up with you?
Well, I think that like we should be trying to go towards Strahd, you know.
Why? We don't have Irina with us.
No, you do have Irina with you.
She is with
Oh,
us.
we
yeah.
do.
We don't
Yeah.
have.
Oh.
Oh no, she's there.
Yeah.
like, I don't know. Maybe we just gotta talk to her on the way up there and convince her, I guess. Won't take much to, but...
Seems like everybody wants to go to Krezk, but I don't see the point of it so much as, we struck up a deal.
Right? Like, we're giving away our ticket home, if anything. But also, she's giving away a great guy.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
Can we
maybe
overhear them?
if we...
Yeah, I would imagine that you guys are kind of traveling, not in two groups, but the guards and Irina, Ismark are kind of at the back of the group, being led by you guys. You guys are kind of huddled together and moving. They're not really listening to this conversation, but you guys are open to have it.
So I would be close to Irina and Ismark.
Okay, so you're
but
closer
would
to the back?
Be hearing...
It's hushed, so I would say no.
I'm going to
But
try
I
a
guess-
different tack. I'm going to go up to Irina and Muskoka, who are talking.
Yeah.
That's
no, Ezmerelda.
Esmeralda. Sorry. I meant Esmeralda and Muskoka, who are talking, and go. You know that Strahd guy. He's. Come to think of it, I think he's pretty cool.
All right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're coming along. Now you see.
Yeah. I don't see, why he gets such a bad rap around here. He's just trying to find love in a lonely place, and...
I totally agree. You know what we might want to do? I think he would want for his girl to be the most protected, safe, kind of cared for lady in the whole of all of Barovia. It's probably Krezk, where she would be safest.
Oh,
for him.
yeah, that's true.
Well-
Except that he would want her to be safe on the way to his place, not.
I guess, it's better that we know where she is than we don't know where she is. And if we're protecting her, maybe he would, maybe we would gain more of his favor if he knew that we took care of her.
That's what I'm thinking, Esmeralda. It's absolutely the right thing for him, is to protect her. Let's take her to Krezk together. It'd be great.
Yeah, but why Krezk, though?
Oh, because I hear there's a wall... No, we saw it. There are walls around the city, so she could be protected from, werewolves or other things that might get her. No?
Yeah,
No?
but if you wanted, say,
Do I believe him?
Insight check.
if you wanted
deceive her?
some food or something, and I got
Deception
you
check.
food, but I brought it to another place so we wouldn't get eaten, would you be happy?
Yeah, roll the 6.
I am...
Am I hearing any of this now? Now the voices are a little bit higher?
Yeah. You know that there's a bit of a kind of a debate going on. Rictavio, you're in amongst these guys as well, so you hear a lot of this
Jason,
conversation.
I'm not really sure why they haven't dispelled it yet, and so in watching it, I'll give it a second, and as we're spending the 2 hours on the road, I'll take a moment and go over to Ezmerelda, and I'll say to her, child, you are too kind a creature to be living under the shadow of darkness, and I'll cast the dispel.
Okay. He puts his hand on your shoulder and speaks a verbal incantation, somatic symbology that he kind of draws in the air, and the charm is gone.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of holy water. So I'll grab a pouch, I have a little pack of silver and holy water vial on my side, and I'll mix it together in my fingers, and then rub it, and I'll gently place my hand on her.
Yeah.
Shadow of darkness. Let it be gone. Come, child, walk. Do not give up the pace.
I tug on Rictavio's sleeve and just say, "Thank you, my friend. I did not know how to do anything for them."
That's all right. Let it be known that the powers you face with Strahd is like facing the very devil himself. It will take time and energy and perseverance to prepare yourselves for the final battle. You are not ready, nor should you be. That is why I am here. I will help you on your journey. Yes?
Yes, of
Do
course.
not mistake in your infantile ways for being wrong. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. And now, Ezmerelda, you see the other side of the darkness. Yes? Come. Chin up.
I just grab onto Rictavio's clothing and just kind of collapse into him.
Yes. Let it go. Let it flow. Come. Let it out. We will put this moment away and we will get stronger for it. For in Krezk.
How did I let him do this to me?
Probably
He's stronger than you.
nice.
He's wise. He's all-knowing. You do not have a chance. Not yet, at least. For on our journey, though, we will find the elements that will allow us to conquer him. And in Krezk, we have the potential to find them. That is why I'm joining you. That is why I'm here. And you, sweet simpleton, tomorrow I will fix you. Tonight, my magic is used.
Thank you.
That was you, simpleton, by the way.
Oh.
Immediately from in front of you, you see a humanoid creature, short, more or less 3 to 4 feet tall. This kind of shambling gnome with its head half decapitated, kind of hanging just from sinew that has been dead for days, shambles out of the woods before you, dragging its leg as this zombie-type gnome with a blazing gaze that bores at you with a dual expression of age worn on his face. What do you guys do?
I immediately go into a protective stance by Irina.
Yeah, you hear swords unsheathed from behind you.
Yeah,
This
I
is
will
on the
draw
path.
both my... Sorry.
This is on the path to...
This is on the path in front of you. And he's about 50 feet. He's kind of shambled out of the woods in front of you. And you are now, you can start to see the mountains in the distance. You can start to see the cloud of fog out before, at the edge of Barovia, as you're approaching Krezk. And he kind of comes out and he kind of stops and stares at you as he kind of sways in the middle of the street.
I yell out, "Hold your ground!"
And everyone kind of comes around Irina.
Yep.
Ismar kind of steps in front. The guards draw their swords. What do you do?
Is it just one gnome that we see?
Yeah, just a lonely zombie, half-beheaded gnome.
I'll basically get everyone to stand back, and I'll approach them slowly and go, "We are not here to harm you. We are simply traveling." Does he respond?
Can we watch him on his trajectory? Like, is he just
Walking
passing by?
He
the party?
stumbled out of the woods and is now standing in the middle of the path, just kind of swaying.
Jay, I'm gonna look and can I do a perception check for what else is in the woods?
Yeah, please do.
I'd also like to use Divine Sense.
19.
With a 19, you listen and you hear the distant howl of wolves and the typical sounds of Barovia, but right now it seems like he is the only immediate danger.
Okay, I will use my channel divinity to turn undead.
Okay, how does that work?
So I present my holy symbol, which is a little totem, and I say a prayer. Each undead that can see or hear me within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw, DC of 14. If it fails, it turns for 1 minute or until it takes damage.
Yeah.
It must spend its turns trying to move as far away from me as it can.
Okay. Immediately you kind of bear this totem and it falls down, and it's kind of this wood-carved totem of a number of different beasts. As you hold it out in front, it goes, and it starts to kind of turn and almost like reluctantly shamble away as it starts to kind of go down the path at a quicker speed. You wanted to divine sense?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you get? Do you have to roll that or just immediate?
Nope.
Right?
I just know.
Yeah. And what's the range on that again? radius?
60 feet. Within 60 feet, that is not behind total cover. Celestial Fiend are undead.
Yeah, that one undead is the only thing that you sense.
Okay.
And it starts to go down the path, kind of as fast as it can. And it keeps looking back at you. As its head kind of rolls on the sinew across its head, you can see its eyes kind of look at you, and it kind of rolls back around as it kind of comes and continues to leave your space.
Let us continue down the path. We may meet other things that we need to protect against.
I agree. This seems to be the only one so far.
You're welcome. I'll put it away.
Go ahead, Matt.
I was just about to say, everyone, be wary of the woods around us.
Agreed.
Yes.
All right. You guys head into the mountain path that leads to Krezk. The road branches north and climbs a rocky escarpment, ending at a gatehouse built into a 20-foot-high wall of stone reinforced with buttresses every 50 feet or so. The wall encloses a settlement on the side of a snow-dusted mountain spur. Beyond the wall, you see the tops of snow-covered pines and thin white wisps of smoke. The somber toll of a bell comes from a stone abbey that clings to the mountainside high above the settlement. The steady chime is inviting, a welcome change from the deathly silence and oppressive fog for which you have grown accustomed. It's hard to tell at this distance, but there seems to be a switchback road clinging to the cliffs that lead up from the walled settlement to the abbey. I read that last time, but just for the sake of Matt and Mel, who are at the table now. And you do see the abbey, the Krezk in the distance. The snow is lightly falling. You feel the frigid air, and you see the abbey on the mountainside.
Oh, that's good art.
What do you do? That is from James RPG on Patreon. We have his permission to show and to use his art. So
It's awesome.
That's awesome that it's moving too. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
How far away from it are we now?
as far as about that distance. Yeah.
Okay, and how far out to the sides of the woods?
It's a fairly large clearing at this
yeah?
point. Yeah, the woods hug on either side, but it's mountain and it goes up, and then there's I'd say like 100 feet on either side.
Okay, I'd like
But
to
right
move
now it's kind of a barren area.
kind of towards the back of the pack,
Okay.
and I'll keep an eye out kind of behind us.
Okay.
But as we move forward.
I'll yell out to Anna, who's
Yep.
with us. Anna, we are approaching the gates.
And she kind of steps ahead. She goes, I know. This is home. And she kind of goes to the front of the party at this point. Irina and Ismark following her and the guards. And she kind of, sticks her chest out and leads with confidence.
Awesome.
And as she approaches, you hear the guards say, Anna's approaching! Open the gates! You hear starting to open. A very different welcome than you received last time you were here.
Okay.
The air grows colder as you approach the walled settlement. 2 square towers with peaked roofs flank a stone archway into which is set a pair of 12-foot tall iron-bound wooden doors that are now opening. Carved into each arch above the doors is the name Krezk. The walls that extend from the gatehouse are 20 feet high. Atop the parapet, you see the figures who are now yelling. They're wearing fur hats and clutching spears, and they watch you not as nervous as last time, as now you are traveling with the Lady of Krezk.
Yeah. I'll just hold my my crossbows like on my chest, almost like folding my arms and going, "Yes, that's right, it's us! We saved the lady!" And looking up at the guards going, "What do you think about us now, huh?"
No response, but you feel vindicated in your shouting. As you kind of enter through the gatehouse, the mist-shrouded village beyond the wall is nothing more than a scattering of humble wooden cottages along dirt roads that stretch between stands of snow-dusted pine trees. And trees kind of fill the entirety of it. It's almost like it was built in and around a bit of a forest sort of situation within the village. So many trees. In fact, as to constitute a forest. To the northeast, gray hill cliffs rise sharply, and the road winding up to the abbey is easy to see from this vantage point. The guards come to the lady, they greet her, they have a bit of an exchange and a conversation about what had happened and what went down, and they kind of run off to obviously go tell the burgomaster as you continue into the village of Krezk. The first cottage, you travel, say 50 feet or so, and the burgomaster rushes out of his cottage, sees her, and rushes to her, and they embrace in a longing embrace, him thinking potentially she was long dead. he hugs her, kisses her face, and kind of checks her for wounds, checks to make sure she's okay. She assures him that she is. And after a moment of that, he turns. He says, "Thank you. Please come in. Come in."
Yes, of course. Yes, for sure.
And as mentioned, the burgomaster is a portly gentleman, aged, gray hair that kind of grows around his head, really dark, kind of chocolate skin. And he ushers you all into this small cottage just inside the walls. And you notice that this isn't your typical town or village. And it's more of a village side, but it's like a commune. As you had mentioned before, you've heard that Krezk doesn't have inns. It doesn't have stores. It's not that type of village. It's very closed in. They rarely let outsiders in. So you're getting a very unique look at a otherwise very secretive and guarded community. Entering the cottage, I'm assuming you all enter?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm.
The building is the one closest to the gate. It's only about 200 feet by 200 feet inside. It's actually quite cramped, but it is the largest building in town. And the front is about 200 feet, but then it goes about 400 feet back, and the rest of them are kind of half that size in the area. As soon as you enter, you hear the clucking of chickens, and you smell kind of the welcoming scent of farm animals for some of you. For others, you realize that it is cold in Krezk, so they leave a lot of their livestock inside their cottages, and they kind of treat them as pets and as well as the livestock that they are. They enter. It's a modest home, very, very simply built. He offers you warm mead for your long travel and asks you to please sit in the sitting area with him. You all join him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Finally, somewhere to put up our feet, my friends.
And he kind of he lifts up a trapdoor in the base of the cottage, kind of in the kitchen area, which is very, very small. Kind of runs down, starts to gather. You can hear clinking and stuff, and brings up a bottle of weed.
Oh, wow.
Wow, mead. Wow. A bottle of mead, not a bottle of weed. That's a different game.
Okay.
It's tough in Krezk.
Yeah.
Life is tough.
Hey, Jace,
Yeah.
While all this is happening,
Yeah.
I'm just going to put my back against the front door.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if anyone's coming in, they got to come in through me. I know it sounds a little ridiculous,
Yeah,
but
nope. Good. Okay, so you kind of lean up against the door. And there isn't a lot of seating room in here. In fact, all of you can't sit. Some of you can only stand. It's a little cramped, but he kind of comes in between you. There's a fire blazing in the hearth.
There's animals nearby.
And there's animals,
I-
yeah.
So I'll stop
I
near
will
an
walk
animal.
over closer to Rictavio.
Okay. Ezmerelda kind of comes in closer to you. You go over and start kind of like just petting the animals. And he starts to heat some of the mead in the pot over the hearth. He says, "Thank you. I wasn't sure if you would succeed in finding Anna, and I thank you for bringing her back. She has told me what you have done, and she has told me what has happened, and I thank you for making sure she got here safe."
Trying to impress her, I'll spin both of my crossbows
Performance check.
into my back. My back. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if one of them goes off, I will be so excited.
Come on now. Here we go. That's what it does now. It's crazy. Sorry.
It stalls a little bit.
Yeah. Here. Let's do this. That is a 14.
Okay. Well, you managed to do it. It's not that, enough, and you put it in, and a couple of them notice, the guards notice. One of them kind of looks at you.
Thank you.
And he says, I thank you for bringing Irina here. She will be safe at the Abbey. I have been told by the abbot that he will take very good care of her.
Right, the Abbey. Let's not forget to ask about the Abbey.
What about the Abbey?
Well, I mean, my friends and I here, we need to spend some time at the Abbey, correct?
Yes, we would like to visit and ask some questions with those who are over there.
But we dropped off a couple of kids earlier as well. And do you still have them?
Yes, they are safe with one of their families.
Oh, they wanted to see Irina. They knew her, so you could hook them up.
They would be comfortable with her.
Oh, yeah.
And Irina kind of perks up. She says, kids.
Yeah, we saved them
From where?
the pies.
The pies.
Yeah.
Yes, the windmill, the old bone grinder. We had saved the children from hags that were creating pies out of the children.
By the Morning Lord, that is horrible. I knew I couldn't trust Morganta. I wasn't sure how... That is... We allowed that to happen in our village.
We set it on fire, so...
We burned it down, but 2 of the hags still live, and I believe they're plaguing our dreams.
Or just your dreams.
Well, my dreams, but they've harmed Falpher in his sleep.
I'm fine. I really am. I'm totally fine. This it's fine. Hags and me, we don't get along now, but that's fine.
While this was going on, I wanted to turn to Rictavio and say, thank you again for what you did back there.
Yes. It is my pleasure.
At this point, you come out of your charm.
The what?
Whoa.
At this point, Muskoka comes out of his charm.
So do I realize how I've been acting this whole time?
Yes.
It's 24 hours later, just in case you didn't know that, Rictavio.
Okay.
Do I realize that I was under an illusion when I come out of it?
Insight check.
Oh, no.
I would say Arcana check, actually, to kind of be able to kind of put it together.
12.
Yeah. With a 12, you know you weren't acting like yourself.
Yeah.
You realize that there was something amiss. And it makes sense now, Falpher saying that you were under some sort of spell. You don't quite know how it works, but...
Yeah, because I didn't totally hate him at the start.
Yeah.
Right, like I just met him and he gave me dinner.
Right.
But I've heard things
He did
along the way.
slit your wrist and drink your blood, but, I mean, other than that...
But it was a party.
He was pretty amicable.
Party. But it was a party.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just be a little bit
Introspective?
reflective and
Okay.
introspective on this, and I'll pat Daffodil. It's the animal that I was beside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you are aware that Strahd charmed you. Like, you are aware that he made you like him more than you kind of felt. Yeah.
Rictavio, I'm really glad that you're with us.
I am happy to be here. I shall be of assistance. Burgermeister, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Rictavio. And I'll do a grand gesture, like a big bow.
Yeah.
Like, it is my honor to travel with these heroes, for they and I are on the same path. Ezmerelda, thank you for being on the same journey as I am. I will be of assistance as long as I can. About 3 episodes.
The Burgomaster bows deep and says, thank you. I have heard of Rictavio.
Many have, for I am Rictavio. Allow me to pull a coin from behind your ear.
Performance check. I'm not even going to say it. It's an awesome coin.
Oh, wow.
His jaw kind of drops and he says, in these times it is important for us to have laughs and tricks and he kind of, you can see that he drifts in his thoughts.
Sure. Those are indeed necessary. And a sharp blade, and a sharper wit, and patience. We collectively must have patience. Which is what brings us to the Abbey. There is business to be had at the Abbey.
Yes.
Tomorrow morning, we rest up tonight. Tomorrow morning, we journey. We get to the bottom of some suspicious action, shall we say.
What do you mean? What do you refer to?
And Jay, just so that we emailed back and forth.
Yep.
So if I say anything wrong, just let me know.
I will.
I'll say in the group, I'll say, I am of the opinion that there are elements that exist in the monastery the Abbey possesses that will aid us in the demise of Strahd, which is paramount to our success.
In the Abbey here.
I don't know what other Abbey we discussed.
Well, I'm new to this land. Maybe there's
That's all right.
right. This abbey. Okay.
Yes, indeed, this abbey. And
Well, that's
this,
convenient.
It is as Madame Eva had said. I believe this speaks to the reading that she had given from the cards.
You're right, Sterling. Do we have the papers, or did someone take notes? I took notes, I think. Yes, sorry.
The abbot has promised us that he will take good care of Irina. There is nothing but goodness at the abbey that welcomes us.
But we need all the allies we have.
The morning Lord shines upon us. I don't know what you speak of.
there is deception everywhere.
Give me-
Strahd's powers are ever-reaching. I do not believe the abbot is as he says he is.
Give me an insight check, Matthew.
18. I rolled 18,
You're
so
on
22.
fire.
Wow.
I know. It's just give me in front of a lich.
Yeah. You can absolutely tell, and the rest of you don't
Yeah.
know this, that there is a great grief that has stricken this burgomaster. And though he seems to be putting on a face, it's not earnest, and he doesn't believe a word of what he just said.
Okay. Look, and I'll say to him, in sooth, good burgomaster, the truth is heavy at times, and in these daunting days, nay, these daunting centuries of Strahd's reign, the evil is pervasive. It keeps us down. Tragedies happen, and they happen again and again. We must collectively rise above and bring him down. The abbot, we must keep it as a possibility, is as evil as Strahd himself. It could be true, could it not?
And yet,
What you know to be the truth could actually indeed be a lie.
Can you give me a persuasion check, sorry, Matthew?
15, so... 22. 7 ranks.
Wow. He says, I have known much loss. And he looks to his wife. Our last son was taken from us. Only 7 days ago. Illness. Natural causes. Rictavio, do you... And he kind of looks around the group, and obviously he's been told that you had ability to dispel magic and so on and so forth, and he says, can you bring him back?
Sadly, this power is beyond my reach. Oh, I can't. I do have Resurrect the Dead, because we have a scroll. Right? Didn't we do a donation to get a scroll?
You don't have a scroll
it
yet.
It kind of happens in story.
Yeah,
like
it's delivered in story.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Does the Burgermeister go with it?
Yes.
Well, how is?
If I had a scroll I could present. No, I do have the ability to speak with dead. I don't believe I have that level of.
Maybe I'll go for a walk in the woods and see what I can find.
Alone in the woods
Hearing,
in Barovia.
But you do say. Sorry, go ahead.
Hearing of this boy's death brings memories of specifically to Ezmerelda in her journey with Van Richten, and she just is very sad.
Yeah.
I will turn to Rictavio and go. But Rictavio, you did mention earlier about some things inside the abbey that might help us in our quests?
Yes. I had premonitions from. I too once sat with the Taroka deck. Not with Madame Eva. Somebody else presented me the deck and did a reading for me.
What did you see?
I saw great powers being toppled, and the elements of destruction originated from the abbot and the abbey itself.
That is amazing, because we had a reading from Madame Eva that told us of a potential sword of sunlight.
Yes, I have the same reading. The same reading indeed, my friend. This is truth.
We must go. It must be here.
It must be here.
That would explain the dream, Callie.
What?
Is there anything?
Sorry. What are you guys talking about?
How do you
No,
feel
I'm sorry.
in moments
There was
like
a
this?
it was sad, and then I got bored, and I just fell asleep. Sorry.
You are so
I'm sorry. It was a long walk, and I was drinking a little bit, so
You were just refreshing yourself on the vision you had in your dream, weren't you?
Right.
Could
Yes.
Could you tell us more about your dream again?
I could, but I wasn't here last week, so I'm gonna have to.
So here,
You remember that there was a vision of a mountainside, and there was a sun that rose above this mountain, and that you saw a structure on the mountain with a sun emblazoned on it. And as soon as you saw the abbey on the mountainside, you knew that was the place that you were being drawn to.
Yeah, so that.
you
All
said
of
you
that.
remember this place,
Yeah,
the abbey on the mountain.
I did.
Yes,
Yep.
it must be there.
So
We
that
must
is
go.
three. So that is three elements of truth that we all know collectively in individual ways. That tells us we are on the right path. That the abbey itself, the abbot, is home of the sun soul, for it is one of the ancient relics that will lead to the demise of Strahd. It is a must-have. There is no stopping us now.
Sterling, you see now that all of these things, even saving or offering Irina to Strahd, and all of these things, they are working together for us to finally be able to defeat him.
I don't think we should bring Irina to Strahd anymore.
No,
Ezmerelda was like really onto that, and I think it kind of swayed my opinion. But I know the more I hear about him, I think probably she just should stay here.
oh right, no, of course, yes. Right, you feel that
Oh
way?
yeah, like the dinner was good, but it's from everything else I've learned about him. No.
Okay, now it's good to have your tune changed all of a sudden like this.
Yeah, I was just in a bit of a fog, I guess.
Yes.
You
Just
know?
tell them. It's not. Why don't you just tell them? Well, you already knew, I'm sure.
What do you want me to tell him?
Muskoka, he charmed us.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so both of us. Oh,
You were magically influenced.
I'm sorry, guys.
Is there anything we can do to help the boy?
This is beyond my magic, I'm afraid. I have the ability to speak with the dead. If you ever wanted to say farewell to your son, I could allow that. I mean, I could provide that opportunity. But
Your son,
don't.
what was his name?
Actually, Matt, you do have a scroll of raised dead.
I have a scroll raised dead?
Yeah. You remember that you tucked it in your pack. In your stat block, it actually says that you do have you carry a scroll of raised dead.
Nice.
Wow.
Just a second look in the backpack might help.
Are you sure? Check again, my friend.
God's teeth! I got the scroll! One of those powerful scrolls in all the realm! I have it!
What? That is great news!
Oh my god. No, I would say, so as this comes up, so obviously I remember, we'll backtrack just for a little, and I'll say, I, in fact, do have the ability to raise your son. But I must say, what stands before us is more important than one soul. Let us go to the Abbey tomorrow. Let us vanquish the abbot himself, and or do whatever it takes to procure the sun soul. Upon success, that we all return in one piece, then I can raise the life of your son. But I can't do it until we have accomplished our goal. Will you help us?
I turn to Rictavio and I say, I know that we have a lot to do. And I know I can't explain to you why, but this boy's death, it brings back haunting memories of a boy he was a son to a man who was like a father to me. Please, we have to do anything to help him.
So I hear that.
Yep.
And obviously, Jason, it registers.
Yep.
And I say to her, I know full well the misery of which you speak, in a very personal way. But you must understand there is nothing that can stand between any of us and the demise of this devil. A boy, a child, a mother, a father, a friend. So yes, I understand your pain deeply, more than you will ever understand, or may someday you will understand. But for now, I'm going to keep this scroll until we are successful at the abbot. And in success, I will raise the body of the dead child. Does that make sense? That our mission to defeat Strahd is greater than any single one of us.
Yes.
Certainly, a boy that will not aid us. I know that sounds callous, and my hope is we all come back in one piece. But if one of us were to drop, Dmitri, if you were to drop, I would rather use the scroll to raise you than the child. Callie, I would rather raise... Okay, Ezmerelda, I would rather raise you than the child.
Got an itch.
Warforged.
Got an itch right here.
I didn't mean to wake you up, Callie. I'm sorry. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. He's
Well,
right.
Yes.
At this
Let
point,
us-
the wife begins to cry in her hands,
Oh, God.
and the burgomaster speaks up and he says, and you do remember, Matt, that even though you do have the scroll, that you do require a diamond of significant value that you do not have. And so you don't have to disclose that necessarily, but that is the case for that spell.
I am not going to disclose that because I didn't know it. But okay, I'm learning so much about my character as we go. Yes.
But the burgomaster looks up at you and he says, Ilya, our son, was the last of our line. The Krezk line dies with him.
How old are they?
The abbot is to come tonight to lead Irina to the abbey. He promised us that he would raise Ilya if we brought Irina to him for safety.
Well, now we know that's not possible. If Rictavio, if what Rictavio tells us is true, then the abbot himself is a danger to you.
Obviously, Ismark and Irina at this point get quite tense, and the room kind of fills with this anxiety. He says, if you are able to do this for my son, I will be forever in your debt.
What should we do, my friends?
Listen, I was once very sick and on death's door. And I cannot walk away from a chance to try and help this boy and his parents. They would give anything to bring him back, I'm sure, as my father did. So I have to say we cannot just walk away.
It is not our decision to make, Sterling. It is Rictavio's decision. It is his scroll, and it is his skill and his ability that would make all or any of this possible.
Again, I insist we will not walk away unless we must.
Burgomaster, would it not make more sense to bring back your son in a world that's been purged of this evil?
Good.
If we keep the scroll for now, perhaps we'll be able to purge this world, and perhaps there might eventually be a chance for your son.
My understanding is scrolls and spells only last a certain time. My son has been dead 7 days.
Oh, that is the limit.
That is,
right?
It's 10 days. And actually, I've been spoken to by the greater good of the land, and the component was actually used in the making of the scroll. You actually don't need a component when you're casting a scroll.
There you go.
So,
DM
and nobody yet knew this anyway, so we're retconning the
knew it.
retcon.
I knew that was the way.
Yeah,
I knew it.
of course. You just knew it, yeah.
I don't want to correct it again.
So you could actually cast it and raise him
Okay, good.
yourself.
This is a very sticky situation. There is a lot of you and only one of me. But I believe that my mission is as clear as night and day. The question is, are you on the same path as I am? Which is, Strahd must be vanquished.
Absolutely.
Period.
Yes, of
Yes.
course.
It is more important than any single one of us. So let us do this. Let us conspire a way to assault the Abbey and Abbot. Let us find the Sunsword. And in success, we will return here and raise the child. We have 3 days' time.
Do you think we can do all of this in 3 days?
Yes, we must. Yes.
Wasn't he on his way here tonight? He's probably not expecting anything more than Irina.
The abbot?
We probably have a bit of a surprise on him.
Are you thinking we should attack him unawares?
That is a
No,
very, very good idea, my friend.
Ambush?
What about this? What if as he approaches, we get close to the Abbey now. As he approaches, we will leave Irina here. Irina, trust us. As he leaves the Abbey, we immediately frontal assault and find the Sunsword. Upon his return, we attack him and save Irina with the Sunsword in hand. He will not travel with the Sunsword, I don't believe.
Burgomaster, what do you think of this plan?
The Abbey is a madhouse. There are cackles that happen in the middle of the night. It has not been a place of holiness for a long time. The Morning Lord does not shine on that place anymore. The abbot came years ago. Nobody knows what he does. Sometimes he comes into Krezk to the shrine of the Morning Lord by the pool to converse with the Morning Lord, but apart from that, I cannot say as to his motives. I do not know. He seems to be a good man. From the times I've spoken to him, and he's offered to raise my son, which you are saying that you cannot. And at this point, Callie, you are conflicted because you know you are being drawn to this place. Mm-hmm. You get the sense in your vision that it is pulling you closer to be there, not for a bad reason, for a good reason. And you're convinced at this point that, because he's never been wrong, that your guide is telling you that this is a place of freedom, of goodness, and not of evil. And so it kind of lies in the face of everything that is happening around you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Burgomaster, if this place is, as you say, a place of lunacy, why would you give Irina up to it?
Yes.
Because my son. I have lost all of them, all 4. He was the last.
I understand the pain of loss.
I buried him 4 days ago. You stand here. I don't know your story. Mine is. My family dies with me. Krezk dies with me.
And yet you think it is okay to sacrifice an innocent to protect your line?
Do you think it's okay for my son to have died? From causes beyond our reach,
I have seen
beyond his understanding.
I have seen so much darkness in this place. And we're on a mission to end this darkness.
And this man owns light.
Does
He can bring a future to Krezk. My bloodline will live by his hands.
And
Yes,
you'll sell
but
your
listen,
soul to do it?
Sterling, speak your truth. No good abbey ever would trade the resurrection of a child for an innocent girl. That is evil incarnate itself.
I do not know that the abbot's motives are evil. I do not know. He says he wants to keep her safe.
He is lying. Then why wouldn't he just raise the child? Why must there be a transaction? If he was all holy and worthy of goodness, then it would just be, allow me to protect her. There would be no quid pro quo, for God's sake.
That
You see, there's
is
madness.
true.
Sorry, I had to say quid pro quo. There's madness in the abbey itself. You said there are screams. No abbey has people tortured. He is evil.
Give me a persuasion check, Rictavio, and add Sterling's bonus to that.
15.
It's a +0.
22.
22.
Well,
With a
job, sir.
22, you can see that the Burgomaster kind of calms a little bit, and he says, "You are right. It is not vigilant. It is not of the Morning Lord too." And you can tell that he's good. He's got a good spirit, but he is incredibly
Sure, yeah.
torn.
Sure.
And he says, Are you saying that it is not a no, that you would consider bringing, if you come back alive from the Abbey with this item that you say is there, which I highly doubt, are you saying that you will raise my son if you all come back in one piece?
In the name of the Morning Lord himself, yes. Do you not understand? As long as we survive, all of us, and we make it through this night, then your son will walk in the morning sunlight. I promise you.
Then what shall we do with him approaching? At this point, sorry, just one sec. I need to let the D&D Twitch know that they have something else going on. So if you want to continue to watch tonight, head over to twitch.tv/RealmSmith to continue watching tonight's session. Just have to say that quick because it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And they're going to cut because they have to go to something else. So.
Listen, my friends. If we know that the abbot is coming down the path to Krezk, perhaps we stay in the shadows. We move up to the abbey while he's not there, like Rictavio suggested. We find the morning sword, and when he returns with Irina, then we use the weapon against him.
But
You suggest we use my sister as bait.
that's not a great
She
plan.
is not to be used.
No, I agree. Why don't we just wait for him to
I
come
agree
here
with that.
instead of waiting by the Abbey? Like, what if he's got more help there that it's going to help him get us?
What else just
What
occurred to me?
if Irina stays protected with some while the others go for the sun sword?
Or she just stays here by the fire, and we'll wait outside the gate by a tree, and we'll get him when he comes.
You're assuming that this man has no power. You're assuming this man is just some kind of woodland creature that you can take control of with your buck teeth.
No,
But
oh, that's not.
but
Oh,
he's
you're gonna make me angry.
but he's probably not.
No, but why
Yes,
would
I
we
trust
do it by
Rictavio
all
on this.
his- Okay.
And what else just occurred to me is if this abbot is an agent of Strahd, then he may report back to him that we did not bring Irina straight to his castle.
Oh, fair, my friend. Well thought out.
Yeah. All these ideas are much better than yours.
we must also consider that Strahd may already know. His eyes are watching everywhere, are they not?
It is also true.
We must make a
It's
decision.
very-
What are we doing?
It is interesting. I mean, we could take. We could seek to sit and parley with the abbot and see what he wants with Irina. In that case, perhaps it gives us an opportunity to decide exactly what he's doing, and maybe there's a way that Callie can sneak off and see if she can find the sun sword. Maybe he wears the sun sword on himself.
But perhaps we could.
We won't know until we get there.
We could pretend we're just travelers heading to the Abbey and meet him on his journey. That way we're away from this place and we're away from the Abbey.
We may have too much clout in the land already. People may know us. He may know us.
Well, what if we play
We
the
can't
part?
trust anybody but ourselves in this mission. We don't know what anybody else knows in this town. We don't know how he will receive us.
Well,
How about...
what
Sorry,
if,
go ahead, Dmitri.
what if we play the part that we left Strahd playing, where we tell the abbot that we know that he also works for Strahd, and that we have come here to help him?
Wait, say that again, Dmitri. I missed it.
That if we tell the abbot that we also work for Strahd, and that we've come here to help him, we could tell him that we knew the whole time that he was on Strahd's side.
Catch him in a lie.
Catch him
Maybe.
in a lie.
Perhaps
Well,
even...
we could definitely find out what his true intention is, right? I mean, if we say we're agents of Strahd here to help helping to aid him on whatever he's doing, perhaps he lets down his guard, and we find out what he really wants Irina for.
Yeah, I mean, Muskoka and I were charmed. Perhaps we just put on that same facade and see where his intentions lie.
Maybe we all pretend, like Dimitri's suggesting.
I like this idea.
I don't hate it either.
No, I do like the idea.
No, I don't hate it either.
Oh, I thought you said I hate it either.
It's hard to understand him sometimes because of his accent.
Yeah.
My favorite line of the night is she can sit in the fire, we can sit by a tree. That's my favorite line. I want that as a tattoo in Old English. Well, if he's coming tonight, perhaps we make a trip to the Abbey right now before he gets on the road.
Perhaps.
Agreed.
When are you expecting him to get here?
He did not say.
Then we intercept.
Is it all right to travel along the roads here at night? Is that a good idea?
Krezk is fairly safe. It is a walled village, and the walls go right to the mountain, and
Oh, okay.
the road leads right to the abbey.
Okay, let's go.
You don't have to leave the walls.
It's not very far either. It's right there.
Yeah, you kind of see it like right outside.
See it right there, yeah.
Okay.
So what do we do with Irina in the meantime?
She should hide downstairs.
Agreed.
In the cellar.
Yes.
Anywhere.
That's Ismark. I know they all sound the same, but
Wherever is safest, as long as she keeps the bones on her person. Hopefully that will keep her safe.
Sterling is
Yes.
right.
okay.
Shall we?
We will stay here. And then the burgomaster says, I will gather my men and have some of them downstairs as well.
Has anyone ever told you two? You sound so alike.
We are all from the same place.
Okay.
He's my brother.
My other brother, Daryl.
yeah. Krezk
All right,
is
good.
like
So I think we should make our way to the Abbey.
Let's do
Okay.
it.
Yes.
All right.
Here
You
we
guys
go.
head out. At this point, it's the equivalent of about 7:30. You know that as soon as you kind of crest the doorway, you gather your things, you say your goodbyes for now, and the sun is starting to set. And the cold is really settling in at this point. And a mist has kind of gathered, as you know kind of does in the evening. The switchback road that hugs the cliff is 10 feet wide, covered with loose gravel and chunks of broken rock. The ascent is slow and somewhat treacherous, and the air grows colder as one nears the top. You climb 100, 200, 300 feet, and you can see that the abbey is nearing about 100 feet up and in the distance. It kind of doubles back in itself as it kind of snakes up the side of the mountain. I'd like to know what your approach is. I need a marching order. You guys can kind of line your minis out in front of the table there.
I'll stand at Sterling's side.
Where do you want to be, Rictavio and Ezmerelda?
I would be close to Rictavio.
Okay.
Probably
I'll be at the
maybe in
back.
the middle.
I'll be at the back as well.
As we're going up the path, you guys all notice Falpher kind of tightening all of his buckles, sharpening, taking out his +1 arrows, sharpening the tips with a whetstone, basically prepping for the battle that's about to ensue.
We need it somewhere around here.
Sorry,
No
yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to do anything in preparation as you approach?
Are we about to use
We
the
didn't
train?
get a chance to. Was there any? There's no rest on the journey, right? Obviously.
At this point, you guys could maybe take a short rest, but that would take an hour. You don't know when the abbot will come, and so if you're trying to get the jump on him, that's something you guys have to debate.
Okay.
I did. I napped in the napped in the house when y'all were talking.
We could
It wasn't
short
quite an
rest
hour, though.
on the side of the road, or yeah, we could take a short rest at the side of the road to watch it for his approach, potentially.
Yeah. Do you guys want? It's up to you guys. Decide amongst yourselves.
Let's make our way up. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I think I'm good to just go.
Okay.
Let's go then.
Okay.
Where's Ezmerelda? Where did she go?
Where do you want to be, Ezmerelda? Sorry.
I would be close to Rictavio, probably somewhere in towards the center.
Okay.
Do we have a Rictavio?
Yeah. It sounds
Oh yeah,
good.
you need a Rictavio mini.
Yeah.
There he is.
Ah, yes, Ricky Tabs. Here we are.
Ricky Tavs. All right.
Close to the middle.
The road from the village. Oh, hang on. Let me get some Sirenscape going here.
Yeah.
Let us know if we're in danger or not.
Is that a major or a minor key?
The road from the village climbs above the mist to the wide ledge on which the abbey is perched. A light dusting of snow covers the trees and the rocky terrain. The gravel road passes between two small stone buildings, to either side of which stretches a 5-foot-high, 3-foot-thick wall of jumbled stones held together with mortar. Blocking the road are iron gates, attached to the outbuildings by rusty hinges. They appear to be unlocked and slightly ajar. Viewed through the gates, the stone abbey stands quiet. Its two wings are joined by 15-foot-high curtain wall. A belfry protrudes from the rooftop of the closer north wing, which also sports a chimney billowing gray smoke. As you can see, we do have the abbey in front of us, made by Dwarven Forge. As you guys approach, it's hard to get the camera out to where, maybe you can just hold it kind of.
It can come.
These are
around
the
this
gates
side.
that you guys are approaching, so if you want to bring your minis kind of where, in the order that you guys are, as you approach the gates.
You guys are gonna go first.
You need to hit the.
That is insane.
We approach.
Right?
Okay.
Hey, I
That is sick.
Oh, I'm sorry. There we go.
Okay, try that again. Sorry, Julian. Nope.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Hey.
As you guys approach the gates. Okay, how do you want to approach? What's the plan?
Oh, I just put everybody in the order that they said.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But is there anything specifically as you guys approach the walls that you want to do? That is what you see as you approach. There's two gatehouses. In the distance, you do see what I mentioned before. There's two and that building to the right there with the tower that rises at the top, the belfry, where the bell is. There is smoke coming out of that chimney.
Do you hear any of these cries and freaky sounds that they were talking about?
Not currently.
Okay.
How do we want to do this?
We should be cautious.
I agree. I'll have my rapier out, but approaching very quietly.
Okay, who's leading the way?
Myself and Falpher are at the front.
Okay,
Yep.
Can I get you guys to make perception checks, please?
Yes, sir. It's a 10 for me.
10 for me as well.
Okay, you hear nothing. Sense nothing.
I sense no danger.
Here,
Same for me.
let me try. I'll clutch my amulet and I'll use Divine Sense,
Okay.
which is 60 feet for any celestial fiend undead.
Okay. You 60 feet? I'm counting. Do we actually have those
Yeah, I think they're all over there.
yeah.
Just area range.
Range finders? Yeah, those things. Are they there?
They got risers over here.
Those are from Axe and Shield. They donated to us last session. Let me just kind
I
of get.
just
I
have
don't think you have
risers
them at
over here.
60,
Just the
but
risers?
60 is out to here.
Oh, they're here.
Oh,
No,
they're-
they're not here either.
No.
Okay, that's fine. 60 from where you are is how far?
It's out to here.
So it's like
Yeah, right to there.
right there?
Yeah.
Around there?
Yeah.
You actually sense. One sec, sorry.
22.
rules.
There's 493 undead behind the door.
The crypt.
Also, maybe I shouldn't say this. Not behind total cover.
Yeah.
So
Oh, not behind.
Right.
Then in that case, no.
Thanks, Adam. Happy birthday, Adam.
Okay,
Seems perfectly safe.
All right. So what do you guys do? How do you approach?
Cautiously.
Yeah, agreed.
Yes.
Can I get
Very
stealth
quietly.
checks from you guys, please?
You
Yeah.
you come on.
Stealth?
Come
Stealth.
on.
I don't want to come across as
Skinny, dinny,
aggressive,
dinny.
so I'm just gonna rest my hands on my
not
axes,
Yeah.
ready to go, but
Okay.
like kind of casual, like
Okay.
okay, that's just what I do. As I trudge along with my 5.
Right.
26.
Okay, 26.
oh, you got a 5.
Yeah.
I
I got a 3.
I have found my back to neutral. I've come back to my average with a 3.
Okay.
Okay.
What's yours?
3.
3. That's 2 3s, a 26.
15 for me.
15.
21.
21.
With my disadvantage, it's an 8.
8.
5?
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, I
Uh,
have disadvantage too.
Crunch, crunch.
Yeah, there's snow and loose gravel, especially in your armor. Those that are heavily armored and a bit more are having a hard time staying quiet as you kind of head through the gates. If you want to make your movement through
They're
the
just
gates,
unlocked?
Yep.
The gates
they're
are just
unlocked
open?
and they're slightly ajar. Do you guys head through?
I'll
Yes.
peek through.
Okay.
Can we?
Sterling, what do you want to
The
do?
door is ajar. Yes, I go through.
Okay.
Door is ajar.
I will follow
A jar of what?
I don't know.
Jenny.
Peanut butter. Delicious
Okay.
peanut butter.
So we go through. Everyone's following?
Yeah.
Okay.
You say we all go through at the same line that we're in?
Yeah, and the same. That's what I'm trying to do here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
everybody in.
I'm at the back. After
Yeah.
I go through, I want to kind of close the gates a little bit again.
You're going to close the gates behind us. Our method
Oh,
of
they were.
disappearing.
Yeah.
We're incredibly good adventurers,
We're
guys.
good here.
Okay, so as you kind of come through the door, you start to kind of slink your way through. You're trying to stealth your way through, and you actually hear, and I would say whoever's at the front of the pack, Falpher and Sterling, you actually hear snoring.
It's not me.
Oh,
I hear snoring.
As Callie yells, "It's not me!" You hear it kind of stop
What direction was it coming from? Can you tell?
from the left gatehouse.
I see. And I would imagine that's not where an
In
abbot
this
would
thing.
sleep.
Yeah, what do you do?
In this thing, right?
Yeah.
Only you hear it, Sterling?
I mentioned I hear
That's what they
I hear snoring.
I hear it as well.
Where's the door? Is there a door in the front? Y'all see a door?
no.
Can we come up here?
Okay. So, let me go check. Sounds like someone's sleeping.
Okay.
At this point, out of the back door, there's a door in the gatehouse. It opens up, and you see a little head kind of peek through. Goes,
It's not.
"Who's there?
It's not snoring. It's a little being.
Who goes there?"
No worries. No worries. We are simply travelers, looking for Adventure?
We seek an audience with the abbot here.
You want to speak to the abbot? And you can see that there's a bit of a animalistic snout that kind of peeks its way through. You see very human eyes, but a snout, and just the edge of hands. One specifically that is kind of out.
Muskoka, you know him.
I was gonna
Oh, I don't know.
so funny.
I'll go over to the window and check. Like, where's he? Is that?
He's in a door that's back here.
I don't know. I'll go over and I'll take a look.
Okay. As you kind of peek through,
hey.
he kind of opens it up a little bit more, and you see a creature is about 4 feet tall, 9 inches, and squats instead of standing upright. He looks like a beardless dwarf with patches of donkey flesh covering his face and body,
Wait, so beardless dwarf
with
donkey
patches of donkey,
flesh.
but like it's part of his body. Like he's got patches of kind of like donkey hair
Why not?
across his body. He has one human ear and one wolf ear on one side, and a protruding wolf snout and fangs that you can see that are bared. His arms and hands are human, and his legs and feet are leonine. And he has a donkey's tail that kind of waves behind him. He wears a plain wool cloak as he kind of stands in the doorway. This isn't the mini for him, but this is it. And we have an image of him if you want to bring that up, Julian. And he goes, speak to the abbot, you do. Is that right?
Oh yeah. Have I ever seen a creature like this?
Nature check.
Maybe not.
Same. I would like to find out if my ranger skills...
17.
You've seen many creatures that make up this one creature. You've never seen a creature
I recognize the pieces of the creature.
You recognize the pieces of a bunch of different creatures.
And this is
So-
2 for me.
And he goes, Siegfried, wake up. And you hear, who's there? And she kind of, another kind of body kind of slinks out behind, and this creature has a hood pulled up, 4 feet, 7 inches tall. Hey everyone, sorry about that. Technical issues tonight, because Barovia. And
The mists.
because that hasn't happened in a while actually, so I apologize for that, folks. We are back, and very excited to continue on here. So as I mentioned, you see these two squat kind of creatures that look like a mishmash and a jumble of a number of different creatures. Never seen anything like this before. And so the front one goes, I speak to the abbot.
Oh yeah.
Yes, please. Do you know where he is?
Of course. I'll go get him. And he kind of like scurries out and scurries around you guys and kind of like looks back at you, and the other one kind of stays, and you can see that she kind of like covers her head a bit more and raises her hood almost like she's a little bit embarrassed by her visage. And the other one kind of walks and then runs on all fours and then walks and then runs on all fours, and he kind of runs to this building here, which is the one with the smoke coming out of the smokestack.
Okay.
I want to looking at the person.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't say a creature. I've got more respect than that.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to look at the individual in the guardhouse. I want to take off my hat so she can see this like really coarse hair that I have, and give her like a smile with my 2 teeth. And be like,
Yeah.
You get kind of like a me too. Like,
Give me kind of like a persuasion check to like see
Yeah.
to kind of give her a.
Yeah, that's a 7.
Wow.
She kind of looks at you like
I'm just like a human, like.
she's not quite catching the correlation or what you're trying to communicate. At this point, though, you guys kind of look around and you get a lay of the land. You do see that there are 2 individuals that are kind of perched on top of the gatehouse that leads into the rest of the abbey. To the left, you can see that there is a garden that has a scarecrow, a couple scarecrows in it, with the gatehouse and blocked by a little wall. And then, of course, this building here that has a door. Is there a door in here anywhere? No. Right? So he goes, and he actually kind of goes through this one.
Okay.
And comes in through the main gate, and he's gone for a little while. Do you guys want to do anything while you wait for him, or are you just going to wait for him to return?
I want to ask the person in the guardhouse. Excuse me. What?
Oh, that's the wrong voice. Yeah.
Were you born this way, or did you become like this?
Persuasion check.
That's quite the question.
I know.
And
I've
I'm
been
getting
asked
a little
this.
personal.
I know.
16.
Why do you want to know?
Well, it's just something I've never seen before. Not that there's anything wrong.
Yeah, don't be rude.
Abby made us this way.
Whoa. Which part was you originally?
I can't remember. It was a long time ago.
Oh, well, how long ago?
And she kind of like closes the door, like she doesn't want to talk. And you're left kind of standing.
If you ever had any doubt that the Abbey was anything more than horrific, that should banish those thoughts right now. This man is a monster.
Are we prepared for this?
Can I, Jace, can you do maybe an Arcana check to see what kind of power it would take to craft a creature like that? I mean, that's powerful magic, right?
Yeah. It doesn't even take an Arcana check to know that it's powerful.
I mean,
magic.
this is like crazy. So
Like-
this is, yeah.
Like divine magic, even.
Okay, yeah. So this is like, and I'll say to everyone, what we are dealing with is something extraordinarily powerful. Mind our step. Do not make a mistake. This is not the time to be brash.
That
Are
is
they
a
in
problem
the-
for me.
I'll say real quick. I'll say quietly. We should have a word, like an action word, in case we are about to step into battle. Perhaps somebody says a word. Give me a word.
Pumpernickel.
Pumpernickel is the word. If somebody says it loud, that means we all attack at once. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do not say it. Do not screw around and say it
So
unless you are ready.
So this word pumpernickel.
Oh, not yet.
What is it? Oh,
Oh, don't say yeah.
You look very close.
Right now?
Not quite yet.
okay.
Doesn't need to mean anything except attack.
I see. So pumpernickel means
Don't. Yeah,
Should
don't
step-
say
Would you
Yeah.
stop saying it?
Sorry.
You might
I'm
need a
just
different
learning.
word.
At this point, the gates open, and out walks the creature, and he's kind of like calling out, and this tall silhouette steps through the door, hood raised, wearing simple monk-like robes, and a shadowed face, and you can't quite see past, and he starts to kind of walk with this commanding presence. And his gait is light and calculated and commanding. And you get the sense and you feel the weight of his presence as he kind of walks through. He kind of crosses the courtyard.
With the creature?
With the creature.
other person?
Yeah, with the person. And he stops about 20 feet from your party. And he drops his hood. And under his hood, you see the visage of a very handsome human. Really kind of tight cut, really well-groomed hair. Luminous kind of, not glowing skin, but almost perfect skin.
So like me in real life, but
Yeah, kind of
But
like
with
you in real
perfect
life.
but with perfect hair and
good
perfect skin.
skin.
Right.
And these crystal piercing blue eyes
Okay.
that you see.
Yeah.
But human, from what you can tell. A tall, well-built, handsome human.
Yep.
And he stands and he kind of holds his hands together and he says, "Welcome to the Abbey. Why have you come?" And he turns to Callie, and in your head you hear, "Welcome home, Callie." And that is where we're going to end this session for the evening.
No, he didn't.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Sorry to stop the stream and then come back for the stream.
Only to stop it again.
Only to stop it again on a cliffhanger, but it is 10:30 Eastern time. And we have more to come in the next episode or two, Matthew Lillard.
Yes.
Yay!
We were gonna give away T-shirts. I don't know if
Yeah.
you want to do it. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to do that right now.
Ask him to re-enter because we don't have
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we have to have people re-enter because of what happened with the stream going down.
But we can do it.
So at this point, everyone who is in the chat, if you can put Strahd, write Strahd in the chat, STRHD. We'll do a couple announcements now.
No, STRAHD.
STRAHD, not street.
It says it at the bottom.
Strahd. It says it at the bottom of the screen. Strahd.
Yeah.
If you enter that in, don't enter it more than once, and we're gonna do T-shirts. My understanding, I don't know why I can't math this in my head, Matthew, but it's two. We're giving away 2 sets of 2 T-shirts. Is that right?
No, we're giving away 4 T-shirts.
4 T-shirts to 4 different people.
individuals. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And
we're
then
gonna-
they can pick any T-shirt. You'll just send your information to you guys. You'll send it to me, and they can pick any shirt they want on the
Awesome.
on the web.
Wow. So we're giving away 4 Beetle and Grim T-shirts. You can choose which one you want, and then you can DM our mods on Twitch or DM us, or the mods will reach out to you, and we'll get the information from you, your shipping info, and then we'll give it to Matt, and he'll take care of that. Thank you very much, Matt, for doing that for the community.
You're welcome. Happy
It
to
means a lot. So go ahead, add Strahd to the chat. Not more than once, you'll be disqualified, and we'll do that draw in a couple minutes. Tomorrow night, behind the screen, it will happen unless I'm at the Apple Store and they need to keep the computer and I can't stream. So tomorrow will happen, but obviously we're having some issues with it, so hopefully they're able to fix it and get it back running and everything's okay. So fingers crossed for that. Thursday, we will have Joel Auge, as well as usual on the player's table, and that is a player's look. Last time, Joel took some clips from past episodes and kind of talked through them and made fun of Muskoka, and it was great. As he does every week, that's kind of like an ongoing
That's kind
thing.
of a thing.
That's our
And then, of course-
friendship is that.
And then, of course, as usual, Nolzer's on Sunday night, 5 p.m., where we paint a Nolzer's Marvelous miniature from Dungeons & Dragons by WizKids with Vallejo paint. And this week we'll paint something real fun that I haven't decided yet. But we will. It'll be great. And then we'll be back for episode 5, guys. We do have 16 episodes this season, and we're super excited. The last episode will happen Halloween weekend is the plan. And hopefully you guys can maybe join us. We'll talk about that after. So it'll be great. It'll be so fun. Any other quick announcements that you can think of, Joel Auge?
No. You've done a great job on announcements this week,
Yeah.
Jason. Bravo.
Wow,
Bravo. Yeah.
Announcements.
But I will say that Adam is 31 years old now.
Yeah.
Yay, he's
Yay!
31.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday, Adam.
Bonne fête, mon ami.
Thank
And
you.
okay, are we ready for that draw?
Let's burn people alive.
Sure.
We'll blow them out and make a wish.
Yeah, Dmitri has taken a turn.
Yeah.
That's what you get for having a vengeance paladin in your party. So
All right.
that
First
happened.
winner.
Things are going to get really interesting next session. Are you sending me the names there, Julian?
Nope.
Okay, Julian is going to send those through.
Professor
Apologize for all the
Paindor.
delays tonight and all the technical stuff. We're going to try to iron that out by next week.
Kelsey Chapman 2017 says, Happy Womb Escape Day.
Room escape.
For 9 months I toiled.
Yes.
Matt, can you give us a quick just where they can find out more about the boxes and the legendary box and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, so we have, if you go to beetleandgrims.com, we actually have 4 boxes for sale right now, which is something we never really have. We have a silver Avernus box, which is D&D's release last year. We have the Eberron box, which is a gold edition, which is a very nice box. And then we have probably less than 70 Frost Maiden boxes, or Arima Frost Maiden left. So that's our platinum box. That will ship in October, and that's almost sold out. So that's
Just so that
only
people
1,000
know,
made.
the platinum boxes those are limited, right? You only do 1,000 of those.
Yeah, we only do 1,000. They're numbered editions. We're talking about, because it's sold so fast, that we're gonna probably do a silver edition of that as well.
Cool.
But our silver edition is usually around $250, I think. Don't quote me on that. But we usually do. Once the platinum sells out, we do one without all the bells and whistles. But it's limited. They're very collectible. They're numbered editions, and we only make 1,000. We'll only always make 1,000.
Wow.
Awesome.
So,
So great.
and Strahd, we have our Strahd boxes available, which, it's going to be an awesome box. We went over it earlier, but it's going to be great. There it is.
There it is right there.
Ooh.
Our guys
Yeah,
are on
it's
it.
good.
Okay, the winners of the Beetle and Grimm's t-shirts are Professor Paindor, X-Fit Kimmy, Noxious Taco, and Glock 89. You guys are the winners. Make sure that you contact our mods, or our mods will contact you, and then we'll get your info. We'll send it over to Beetle and Grim, and
Awesome.
it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. We will see you next week. Tomorrow night, hopefully, but definitely next week for episode 5. It's going to be crazy. I can't wait.
We'll give away a box next week.
A box?
Oh, a box.
And we will give away a Beetle and Grimm's box next week.
Yeah.
It'll be awesome.
Wow.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Okay.
Bye.